All right, what's good? Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's talk this boxing this fine day. And the subject of this is going to be that, man, I am tired of this undisputed stuff. It is a complete and utter mockery right now with what's going on with the heavyweight division and the light heavyweight division and the welterweight division. This undisputed stuff is absolutely positively it's just a farce, man. It's a farce. The only time that the only people who want that want undisputed are are fans of the fighter that is getting it. Other than that, these people could care less about that, man. They just don't want their fighter to lose, or they want their fighter to get. They just want to where they want their fighters to fight for any of those four championships. It's absolutely ridiculous. Also, we're going to talk about, before I get into reading the comments, I'm trying to play a little bit with the format. We also going to talk about Showtime and the fact that it's been reported that these guys are going to be letting out going to be reporting their fight card coming up pretty soon. Also going to talk about a little bit of scandal going on in the boxing world. So all kind of good stuff we're going to talk about today, while we at the same time go through the comments like we always do. So let's get into it. I'm going to start off by saying what's up to everybody in the chat individually till I get at the bottom of the chat, because I definitely know, we all here every day. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel by chopping it up with me. Dave Williams in the building. What's going on, man? How are you feeling, David? From the streets to the throne, what's going on? Gilbert Jimenez, what's happening? Platinum Water, what's good? Adrian Vent always hitting them upside the head with them squids. What's going on, brother? DJ OC in the building. What's going on to my man out there? And you know where I'm talking about. The East Side. Yeah. Shout out to Glenbard North. Shout out to Wheaton North in the building. Wheaton North in the building. My man. And that's my guy. Let me make sure DJ OC got a wrench, bro. Hold on a second. Got to make sure DJ OC that we see that wrench with DJ OC. Boom. DJ OC in the building. Yes, sir. Ad moderator. That's one of my best friends, man. That's one of my best friends. That's my dude from the days of Great America. Yeah. Early childhood friend. What's going on with your DJ OC? 5 Lando in the. Oh, by the way, and also, I'm sorry. Make sure you guys go check out DJ OC at. Put it in here. I messed up yesterday and do it. Y'all make sure y'all listen to my man DJ OC spinning on this channel right here. Parlor of East Wheaton in the building. Keto Johnson in the building. I'm about to get my turntables rolling, man. Try to catch up with y'all. Keto Johnson in the building. Tony T said, remember when Shakur was talking about about 130, shut it down. Absolutely. That's what they do, man. But what they're doing at 135, man, what they're doing at 175 is a joke. Man, what they're doing at 175 is a joke. Like, they're lining up all of these mandatories for Arthur Beterbiev. They're lining up all these mandatories for Arthur Beterbiev, and then get the WBC protecting Canelo from protecting Canelo and his fight with Bivol by saying that Beterbiev, who is their champion, cannot fight Bivol for undisputed. It's ridiculous. It's a complete joke. It's a complete joke. And then you literally got people sitting there talking about, did you see what ESPN did? Where they elevated Anthony Yarde to number 3 in the light heavyweight division after getting knocked out by Beterbiev. Man, this is all, man. I'm telling you, these guys are doing nothing but PR. Those guys are not journalists. Those guys are PR agents. Because where else have you ever heard of somebody getting beat up and knocked out? But yet they go up in their rankings because of how they got beat up. I can understand if he fought a good fight and it was a close decision. But no, bro, if your corner throws in the towel because you're getting beat up, nah, man, you're not going up in rankings because of that, man. I mean, man, they're ridiculous, bro. These dudes are ridiculous, man. I'm telling you, it's all fantasy. All that Undisputed stuff is pure fantasy. It's pure politics. If a promoter wants to lock down and prevent there from being undisputed, they're going to shut it down and keep it from happening so that they can sell their championship belts on their network, because DAZN needs more championships. Because DAZN needs their championships. Not let's have Beterbiev fight Bivol and see how it plays out. Oh, because we want to see who the best is. No, it's it's Callum Smith. Let's give Callum Smith another shot at the title. Callum Smith, who stunk up the gym, literally stunk up the ring with Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds, but now he's the number 3 175 pounder, and he's the mandatory for Beterbiev. Right? So hopefully he can go the distance and you can try to rob Beterbiev. And that way, we can get undisputed. We'll have undisputed for Canelo. We'll have undisputed for Bivol. Man, please. Y'all are ridiculous. Anyway, Keto Johnson in the building. What's going on, man? What's going on, Cerebral Shadow Boxes? I just talked to my man, Tony T. Damian Bailey in the building. What's going on, Alden Johnson? Asante L. What's going on, man? Darwin in the building. Fearson. What's up, Fanon, brother? Thanks for the info and entertainment. Blessings to you and the family. Thanks, brother. Hey, man, thank you, brother. Thank you for tuning in, man. Be Easy in the building. Big Block, what's going on, man? Mike Rhyme, Mike Kirkland, Mike Cardenas. What's going on, Marquis? Always good to see you, man. Asante L, what's going on, man? Exactly. Crawford's one fight away from undisputed, and he's running away from it because he doesn't need it. And you literally have the same network that's breaking up undisputed at 175, talking about it's the other guy's fault. Anyway, Plant Benavidez is gonna be, oh man, yeah, that's what's up. I'm looking forward to that. Plant Benavidez is gonna be a real good fight. That's the best fight that I know of taking place soon. That's the best fight that I know of taking place soon. Is that even more so than because that fight date is set. That fight is set on March 25th, 2 days after my birthday. So I'm looking forward to that. Paul Sweet in the building. What's going on, man? Mega Deuce, what's happening? Carol Molden in the building said, do work. What's that, man? I'm working. Keith Pierre, what's happening with you, man? Good, always good to see you. What's going on, Rodriguez Jackson TV? Monday effort. Good morning to you, sir. David Mulbaugh, salute to you. Auntie Black Cherry in the building. Always good to see you. Kamal Oz, let's get it. Yeah, exactly. Exposing these corporate media bias. I mean, it's straight up ridiculous. What's going on? Ronald Riley, Jay Watts, Timothy Minor, Aisha, Justin Hawkins, Ray Davis in the building, Anthony Forbes. What's going on, man? Keys to the Game Boxing Channel. What's going on? Shout out to everybody else. William Brown, DJ 7 for life in the building. Black Star Sports TV. What's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. What's happening with you, man? Travis Brown signed to fight Big Baby Miller. Oh, I thought not Travis. I thought it was Lucas Brown. You talking about Big Baby Miller? I thought it was Marcus. I thought that was that other Brown, the Australian dude. Not Travis Brown. It's the other guy, isn't it? Lucas Brown. I thought it was Mike D. I think it's Lucas Brown is fighting Big Baby Miller. Yeah. It's the battle of the juicers. It's the battles of the juicers going on, man. Mr. Pragmatic in the building. What's going on, man? Yeah, man. I be up on my boxing, man. You know what I mean? I'm up on my boxing news, man. But man, I didn't put it in the title, brother, but I'm telling you. Whoa. There's some shadiness. Somebody got accused of being kind of shady. What's going on, Mass Arms? How you feeling? Mass Arms in the building. Look, man. So let's get we wait until about 300 people get in the building, man. We wait until about 300 people get in the building. And then I'm gonna start and then I'm about to start clowning. Then I'm gonna start clowning a little bit. Because first and foremost, man, people in glass houses should not throw stones. TBE is TBE with the first super chat of the day, brother. Thank you so much for your support, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Super dead time in boxing right now. Super dead time in boxing right now. Ain't nothing really popping but ain't nothing popping but the popping conversations. Thank you, brother, for that support. Freddie Manuel Jimenez, shout out Puerto Rico. Shout out to Puerto Rico, brother. Shout out to Puerto Rico. I believe you in Puerto Rico. I know Robin Soto's in Puerto Rico. I believe that you're Puerto Rico. Much love, Martin, for the channel. Keep it up on the boxing news and videos. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that support, man. Rick Tim, what's good? Aaron Muhammad in the building. What's going on? Aaron, you see what's going on? Hey, dude, BLK Prime, bro. BLK Prime. Man. They got something out on them that is damaging, bro. Damaging. Hate to be petty, but I'm not above being petty. How can PBC hold IP fights? I don't know what you mean, Anthony Span. You're going to have to tell me how can it hold up? How can the PBC hold up fights? What do you mean? Oh, I'm Dominican. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, so you're Dominican. My bad, brother. I thought you were in Puerto because that's Robin Soto that's in Puerto Rico. My bad. Shout out to the Dominican brothers out there, man. Shout out to the Dominicans. Said might need to replace my card. Hey, man, did I tell? Hey, first of all, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if it's true. All I know it is true that somebody accused him of it. That's the only thing I can say. I want to make sure that I'm always fair. But man, I got to go check my credit card, man. I got to go check my card, man. Dog, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, there's some shadiness out there in the world, bro. So it got me early. What did he say? Undercard by said, got me early. Hey, man, are you out? I hope you're out of the hospital. You out of the hospital yet? Yeah, man, I got to go ahead and make sure I go block a charge so they can't charge my card, man. Yeah, dog, that's some, hey, man. Dog, that is mighty. Boy. He said, heard they already have a 3-fight plan out in place and for Berlanga. Dude, Berlanga, hey, man, Berlanga got to go figure out. I don't mind Berlanga. First of all, let me tell you what I am. I am an Edward Berlanga fan, and I am an Arthur Beterbiev fan. Okay? I am an Edward Berlanga fan, and I am a Arthur Beterbiev fan. Arthur Beterbiev, because he puts them hands on you, dog. He puts them hands on you. Okay? Beterbiev won me over with that Wojciech fight. Like, yeah, this dude is like that, man. This dude is like that. Definitely brutal like that. What did I say? Edwin Berlanga? Edgar Berlanga? Did I say Edwin? I rocks with Edgar Berlanga. I rocks with Edgar Berlanga. And I think he's smart, man. Go ahead and go fight at the pace you want to fight. See if that's, see if you're on that level or not, man. See if you're on that level. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Because better you to figure it out now than you to take years and years and years and then not be able to switch up, bro. I heard somebody else say that on an interview. So I'm biting your style. I didn't even hear. I couldn't remember who said it exactly, but if you're listening, you're the professional boxer that said that. I thought that was a very interesting perspective, and I can most definitely rock with that. I can definitely rock with that, bro. Berlanga is signed to is Golden Boy, or at least they're in talks with Golden Boy. Golden Boy is Oscar De La Hoya is trying to sign fighters, man. Oscar De La Hoya is trying to figure out, man, that's big time. Trap, man, that's big time. Thank you, brother, for that cash app, brother. My guy, let me go to this, man, because my man Travis Anthony said, appreciate the content. Shot you something in your cash app, brother. I see you, brother. Thank you, man, for that support. That's huge. Huge. and definitely needed for support for the channel, brother. Never ask anybody for money, but always say thank you so much for the support because, dog, it is most necessary. Thank you. My man Travis Anthony with the big, let that adjust. With the big $20 holler. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that support, man. Oh, it's Super Chat Thursday. Yeah, it's Super Chat Thursday, but you know what it is, man. It is, the support is heavier where there's really biting your style. I see what you did for now. What? Oh, biting your style. I see what you did for now. Oh, I'm biting the guy's style. I am. I'm listening to what somebody said and I'm biting it. I just don't remember his name. Otherwise, I would tell you his name. I'm just being honest and telling you that that was not my, I didn't come up with that thought process. I heard it from somebody else. I always want to tell people that if I get a good idea from somebody or somebody, gives me changes my way of thinking about something, I'll let you know in a minute, man. I'll let you know in a minute. There's no pride in that, man. I'll learn from people. You know what I mean? There's no, I don't think there's any shame in listening to what somebody else says and then being like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. Okay. And then you let them know where you got it from. So they don't have to sit there and listen to you and be like, man, I said that, man. Like, man, you were listening to me. Because people do that to me all the time, man. They do it to me all the time. I'm like, man, hold on, man. You weren't saying that before. Now I say it. Now all of a sudden you want to act like you Johnny Smart. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. But it is what it is. Let's get Frank Martin and Cruz or Edwin DeSantos. Well, hopefully we'll see who he's going to fight soon. I want to see Rolly Romero. I want to see Rolly Romero for Frank Martin. That's what I want. Oh, Jay Free said, nah, what I meant that biting is what Berlanga did in his last fight. Yeah, and that's probably why they were like, nah, you're not ready. That's probably why they were like, nah, Berlanga, you're not ready. Shout out to Victor Torres, man. Shout out to Puerto Rico, man. Shout out to New York Rico. Just let you know. Shout out to all the Puerto Ricans in New York. Shout out to all the Puerto Ricans in New York, bro. Man, I love some Puerto Ricans from New York. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love me some Puerto Ricans from New York. Rolly at 140, no. He hasn't, we don't know what he is. He's still at 135 for what I know. He hasn't had a fight yet. He's still sitting on that big payday he got. He's an internet celebrity right now. So I don't know, man. I don't know whether, I think he's going to stay at 135. He's sitting there right now. He's clout chasing Errol Spence, saying he's looking for an Errol Spence fight. Like, man, come on, man. He's a hybrid. I mean, he could probably do one or the other, man. Shakur went silent when Edwin DeSantos came calling. He chose to fight the last samurai. Hey, man, hey, I got to check out Edwin DeSantos, man. Hey, K. Gwynn, Bill Haney announced Devin isn't going to drop belts this year. Dog, let me tell you what he did, dog. That ain't what he did. Okay? That's not what he did. Okay? I'm going to tell you, first of all, I'm going to tell you what I think they did. They got their chain yanked by Ray Jackson. If you do not know who Ray Jackson is, because, dude, I'm on Twitter all the time now. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I sit up and I'm on Twitter. Because, between working on this, working on other stuff, I'll be at my desk. I get on Twitter. I'm going to get on my bike and I get on Twitter. I'm listening to what everybody has to say on Twitter. And there's two big dogs. The two big dogs on Twitter. The ones that make everybody's head jerk. Is Ray Jackson and Lefty. Ray Jackson and Lefty get their head. They get their heads ringing, bro. Hey, man. Hey, Ray Jackson be getting their heads ringing, bro. I'll be like, no joke, man. Hey, dog, seriously, man. I'm a fan of Ray Jackson. I ain't gonna lie. Because I know he's trolling, but I don't care. Sometimes he's trolling, sometimes he's not trolling. I like Ray Jackson, man. I like Ray Jackson. Hey, man, just some support from Mike Kirkland. Thank you for the support on Super Chat Thursdays, brother. Thank you so much for that support, bro. It ain't no joke, man. I appreciate you, man. And then my man Chase Benjamin said to one of the top my bros, respected Fanon, just tuning in. Could I get a quick recap of the title? Absolutely. Okay, so according to sources, and I'll name my source. Okay, if I don't name my source, I'm going to name my source. According to Tay Jones, shout out to Tay Jones. Make sure you subscribe to him on Twitter and YouTube. That Showtime is about to announce, and he's very close to Deontay Wilder. So he definitely has the inside scoop on things like that. That Showtime is about to announce their fight cards, all of their fights up until June. So that means we will know the Errol Spence Jr. fight with Keith Thurman, whether it is real or not. Tony T said, my stepfather sent me that tweet. Oh yeah, he had his head, he made his head ring on that. So he said, we ain't dropping the belts, we ain't doing that. Man, you about to drop them belts, bro. Okay. Hey, and my man, I'm gonna get that real quick. Black Cherry 66, much love, said, can't keep the lights on, but I can't keep the lights on, but I can help with the taxes. The $10 holler. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you. Thank you, sister. And as always, if you can't, I understand you can't. But I thank you so much if you do. And Don Trey in the building said, wondering why AB fight is pay-per-view, because that's all there is. Because that's all there is on BLK Prime. Much love in that super chat, brother. That's big time. Thank you for that. That cash app, brother. Thank you so much for that support, man. He's like, man, yeah. And then, man, hit me up with them sixes. My man, Mr. Joseph in the building. Much love in that cash app, brother. Thank you for that support. Let me make sure you can see it. Takes a second. With the 666, hitting me with that numbers, that upside down 999. Good morning, Fanon. Check Cash App OG check-ins, checking in. Stay blessed. Thank you, brother. That is a blessing and a half, brother. And then my man, Cerebral Shadow Boxer, said a little something from the DMV. Thank you, brother. Shout out to DC. One of my favorite cities, my worst luck in the world. The worst luck in the world, the bad luck city for me. But at the same time, a city that I definitely love. Definitely love is the city of DC. Right behind New Orleans, right behind the city of New Orleans, of course, behind Chicago. But that's more of a, that's where I'm from type of thing. After that, New Orleans, and then after that, DC. Got nothing but love for DC. Great place to be. Good people out there. But let's get, so anyway, somebody was asking me, what were you asking me? Oh, to recap the title. So it's that part. They are supposed to be announcing it. Now, I want to know how they're going to announce this if they're shutting down Showtime Boxing. I did a video yesterday, which, like, let me tell you, man, y'all don't know what you're talking about. Like, really and truly don't know what you're talking about. There's no way you guys took the effort necessary to understand what that guy from Paramount said. And I mean it. Like, there's no way, bro. They literally said, this man said, and I'm telling you, said, we are happy with Showtime as a standalone in the United States. Said it out of his mouth. Remember all of that? They said they're going to shut it down as a standalone entity. And I was saying, look, man, and I was like, look, man, just shout out to the 504 all day. You know that. And then, honestly, and I would never admit that. I don't like admitting this. After New Orleans and DC, New York. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I get along in New York, bro. Personally, oh, dog, I get along in New York. Like New York is like, dog, that's like cherry picking out there in New York. Like, man, it's like cherry picking out there in New York. For, Hey, Barbara. Oh, I'm sorry, Barbara D. I missed that. Yes, I saw that, Barbara D. And shout out to Barbara D with the super sticker that I gotta go check out. You know, I gotta go check out the super sticker. Make sure I see the super sticker. Hold on, let me go on because the other this page I got to see that super sticker. And there, hold on one second. Let me see Chase Benjamin, Barbara D with the hey ya, Barbara D. Much love in that super chat to Barbara D. Thank you. And the gong for everybody else as well. Because I'm trying not to hit that gong too much because my son is sleeping. School's been canceled like every day except for tomorrow, you know. NYC in the building. Yeah, that's like cherry picking to me. I don't even want to go there anymore. Like, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there because it's just cherry picking out there, man. Straight cherry picking. Because I'm married. But if I wasn't married, dude, New York is like straight cherry picking for me. Gotta have Philly on your list, bro. King of the Blue. Yes, sir. Oh, Philly too. But I see Philly is more family because I got family in Philly. But I never really kicked it in Philly. Philly was like family for me in food. I never really kicked it in Philly. But Chicago is the best city in the world. Let them argue with their mama. You know what it is. We rocks with Chicago. Chicago's number one, baby. Anyway, in New York, God dog, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. New York is like shooting for a single man with me when I was single. It's like shooting ducks in a barrel. Like, what is this? Like, you don't even have to work. You just got to stand there, dog. It was lovely, man. It was lovely. It was lovely, man. It was lovely, man. So how you think Plant will approach Benavidez? I think he's going to try to box him. He needs to try to box him and not get in too many exchanges with him. Keep changing angles. Try to keep that man's hands at home. Try to go to the body early. Try to slow him down a little bit, man. Don't just go head hunting and all of that, man. He said, New York always think us down south so slow. Let them keep thinking that. Yeah, people from New York will think you stupid. People from New York think everybody's stupid. Like, man, come on, bro. Everybody's slow. Because it's such a big city. Now, I'll tell you, New York is really like that. Their pizza is so overrated, it's ridiculous. But other than that, I mean, they really are like that, man. New Yorkers like that. Really, really like that. So, I mean, I understand why they got an arrogance about themselves, but they tend to think people are stupid. And they try, and I mean, everywhere I've met them, they tend to think people are stupid. So, like, dude, people from the country ain't stupid. They just country. There's a difference between country and stupid. You know what I mean? Hey, Kai, yes, sir, you're right there. Kai with the big solid $2 holler in the Cash App said, let me make sure y'all see that. Reading is fundamental. It is. Reading is very fundamental, man. What it do? Love Down Gaither in the building. What's going on, man? Yeah, New York there's a lot of slicksters in New York, bro. There's a lot of slicksters in New York. And Kai again, man, with the $1 holler, said understanding is fundamental. Yes, sir. You know, I've met some of the slickest people in the South. And there's slick people everywhere, bro. But, you know, anyway, man, like I said, man, New York native working in Manhattan right now. That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, anyway, it is what it is. I'm just talking about generally speaking, bro. People from Atlanta think people from like the upper crust cats, not regular dudes from Atlanta, but the uppity dudes from Atlanta, man, they just think they're just on another planet, bro. Like, whatever with all of that, man. So being from New York, Chicago, which is pretty much down to earth, but at the same time, still a very, very big city. It's kind of hard for me. Like, nobody from New York sucker nobody from Chicago. You know what I mean? Like, New Yorkers are not going to sucker people from Chicago. Like, dude, we're from a big city. We're from the big city too. So you're not going to sucker us just because you're a bigger city. You know, it's like, and then you're really not going to look up to anybody in Atlanta because, dog, give me a break, man. We walk through you. Dude, it takes 15 minutes to get around your whole city. Nobody really trying to bug out on all that, man. You know what I mean? Anyway, though, I don't want to talk about that yet. City life is the same. In large part, some things are different though. You don't have all them Puerto Ricans and Dominicans all over the place. It's not as international. New York is very international. It's very, very international. You got a lot of Haitians, a lot of everybody. It's really a melting pot in New York. Very, very much a melting pot in New York. Which is why, like it's always brother until you realize, hold on, man, this dude Haiti. This dude's from Haiti. Like, hold on, man. They think you're Haitian or you're Jamaican or you're Dominican or you're something. I'm telling you, it's different, bro. But anyway, I'm not gonna keep talking about that. I got nothing but love for him. Exactly. Everybody from Chicago came from Arkansas, Alabama too, but really Mississippi. Mississippi is the big one. But Mississippi, Alabama, the South, the deep South. People from Chicago came from the deep South. Yeah. Antonio King said, just because you're a real one. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that support, bro. Smoking all a little of that Black Prime. Hey, dog, y'all did a lot of talking to have that man ghost you. That's a lot of talking to have Terrence Crawford ghost you and be up and have people talking about your credit card systems. Like right about now, bro, I don't know. Like I hope that guy was joking or just trolling. And I hope that, and I really hope that, I hope they I hope that they were just joking or that they were just trolling. But no joke, man. That's a bad look. Like DAZN got a real bad look right now. Oh yeah, if it's true that Terrence Crawford goes to DAZN, but he's not going with Eddie Hearn. He's going with Oscar De La Hoya, which means he ain't getting nothing over on DAZN, bro. Eddie Hearn gonna be blocking that dude because you know Oscar De La Hoya is Eddie Hearn's stepchild, right? So watch this. As soon if they do anything decent with Terrence Crawford over there on DAZN, bro, Eddie Hearn's gonna steal. Is just gonna snatch him from Bob Arum anyway. Oscar De La Hoya is like, he's like Eddie Hearn's stepchild over there, man. You know what I mean? Like he's a stepchild. They don't get none of that. They ain't getting none of that real. They ain't getting none of that real DAZN money. They ain't getting none. He snatched Canelo. Just snatched Canelo. Man, just give me Canelo, man. Keep talking about. Just give me Canelo. I'll take Canelo. So DAZN is charging 100. What? Oh, they're charging more than that, Knight Rider. DAZN is charging $149.99 for the year now. No, it's more than that. It's like $200. Nah, bro. I don't know, Knight Rider. If you're getting DAZN for $199, $150 a year, you are getting a deal. They're more expensive than that, bro. Oscar is the junior varsity at Dead Zone. I'm trying to tell you, that's the junior varsity squad over there, man. You know full well, bro. You know what I mean? And to watch darts, you paying for darts. So don't worry though. If there's even a little bit of success they get out of Terrence Crawford over there, don't worry. Eddie Hearn's gonna take him. Don't worry, because that she ain't loyal, man. He ain't loyal, man. He ain't loyal. He got dumped, and he ain't loyal no more. You know what I mean? Like once Bug got dumped by Top Rank, hey man, he ain't loyal no more, man. He slid off. He slid off on Showtime. Now he slid off on BLK Prime. But if he does go over there over to Golden Boy, they're gonna slide off on Golden Boy too. But you gotta love it, man. You gotta love it, brother. You gotta love it, man. But at least some sanity will come back to the commentary. You know what I mean? That's the email that I received from DAZN. Oh, okay. I thought it was more expensive than that, brother. I could have sworn I paid $200 for it, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. I washed how much money I paid DAZN out of my mind. Like it doesn't stick with me, man. It doesn't stick. You know what I mean? DAZN is free on DAZN Channel 1. There ain't no DAZN Channel 1 in the United States, man. Slick Skip, what it says, slick don't mean you're clever. It's a lot of sly people there that's energy and ideas, so you end up with people inclined to act that way. Why y'all still paying for the zone? Yes, man. Yes, I'm paying for the zone, man. Yes. Do not make fun of me for my boxing addiction. I have a boxing addiction. I have ESPN Plus. I have DAZN. I have Showtime. I buy Terrence Crawford pay-per-view fights. Okay. I buy Canelo Alvarez pay-per-view fights on DAZN. If I had to buy, I even got it, dude. Only stuff I'm not paying for explicitly is UK domestic level fights. That's it. But no joke, bro. I literally bought. I watch all. I pay for all these fights, man. I pay for all these fights, which is why I have room to talk, and some of y'all don't. Okay, don't sit there call me a hater when I know full well I'm gonna pay for the Devin Haney versus Lomachenko pay-per-view fight, but you guys are not. You guys are going to sit there and talk about Team Haney. And then when the fight comes up, you're not going to pay it. You're going to say, oh, well, a fire stick. You about to fire stick this dude into the grave. Okay? I'm not going to do it. I'm somebody that is you would like for me to be your fan. You know what I'm saying? You would like for me to be your fan. I'm a world-class fan. I will tell you that. And I mean it. I'm a world-class fan. Because number one, I'll spread good. I talk to a lot of boxing fans, a lot of them, every day of the week, all year long. I buy tickets to your fights. I pay for tickets to your fights, unless somebody invites me that has tickets, in which case they got your tickets. So unless somebody invites me to your fight and they give me a ticket, I'm going to pay for your tickets. I don't ask you for free tickets. I don't steal your pay-per-views. I talk about your fights. Dude, I'm a big fan, big-time fan. You guys are public figure. No, I'm a big-time boxing fan, bro. I will tell you in a minute. I'm a big-time boxing fan. I'm like one of them cornball dudes that stand there ringside at basketball games, wearing funny hats and a megaphone going woo, 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 woo. That's me. Okay, so I'm the type of fan you want. So Fanan, you are lying. If you pay for the zone, you're paying for the low K level. I will not. No, I'm not. I will not pay. Buy that on pay-per-view. Okay, I'm not going to buy that on pay-per-view. I know that I paid for the fights just like I pay for them on ESPN. I got ESPN Plus, so I pay for that garbage. You know what I mean? I pay, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to pay for it. I'm not gonna go out of my way to pay for that. Specifically, go out of my way to pay for that. Just not gonna happen. Hunter Young said, "I realize that Bud fans make excuses for Bud not signing with the PBC. He ain't guaranteed to fight Spence if he signs, or they don't give guarantees." Oh, that's what they said. That's what they said about why they didn't want to sign. Because it's not guaranteed that I'll get him if I sign. So you don't sign and turn down the fight, bro. Much love in that super chat, bro. Hey, Fanan, they really be getting, yeah, they get us. Dude, let me tell you, Fahim, much love in that super chat to Hunter Young, brother, on Super Chat Thursday. Thank you to everybody that supports on Super Chat Thursdays. It is greatly appreciated. Look, man, the biggest con job in boxing is ESPN Plus. The biggest con artist in boxing is ESPN. They sit and complain about pay-per-views, but make us pay to watch all of their fights, and ain't none of them competitive fights. None of them. They're all mismatches. All of them. All of them. Like, I won't say all of them. With very few exceptions, top-ranked fights are mismatches. They may be an entertaining mismatch, but they're all developmental fights. They're all a bunch of developmental fights. You're going to watch the same guy fight 30 times before you ever see him in there with anybody. Tell me I'm lying. You're going to see Shakur Stevenson in about 30 fights before he gets in there with anybody you think can actually beat him. The one, except for that Oscar Valdez fight, which I knew, come on, man, he's about to beat Oscar Valdez if it's not a robbery. Okay, so Devin Haney is probably going to get his first fight that in his career that he could lose in his next fight. And I think that's because they want to try to get him beat so they can keep them belts. But other than that, because I don't really consider Devin Haney really a top-ranked fighter. Like, he's over there on lease. You know what I mean? Devin Haney's over there on a lease. And I don't think I don't think they're committed to growing him through his career. You know what I mean? Especially since he's difficult to deal with, like to negotiate with. Because you know they're difficult to negotiate with. Have to be. How will Plant approach? Oh, I got that, Mark Cardenas. How will Plant approach Benavidez Fanon? I don't know, man. That's a really, really good question, bro. Cautiously. Cautiously. I do not know, man. I cannot see how he can win that fight. I mean, he's gonna try to box him, slip shots, counter him, box him, change angles. You know what I mean? Use good footwork, stay on the outside, all of that stuff. Hopefully, he can wear him down. You know, I mean, he's going in there against a machine that's going to be coming at him. So, you know, like, hey, man, I can't see an easy way to beat that dude. But he's definitely going to beat Caleb Plant, bro. Now, somebody said that Devin Haney is going to sign, and the Devin Haney is going to beat Lomachenko, then go to the PBC. No way. PBC would definitely take Devin. No. No. Nah. No. Devin's not going to take the PBC. They're not paying Big Bone. They're not paying him $3 million a fight. The PBC's got Gervonta Davis with $1.5 million guarantees, man. And he has to go on pay-per-view and sell it. Dog, that's shit. It's just like it's your opinion. You talk about it's just my opinion. It's just your opinion. What you talking about? Powerhouse Watson, you a funny dude, bro. It's your opinion. What are you telling me? It's just my opinion. It's just your opinion. Look, of course it's my opinion. Dog, I'm about, hey, dude, seriously, man. You be saying some stuff all. Okay. You weren't talking to me. Okay. Bro. Dog. Man. Powerhouse Watson, bro. I know. You sure you ain't talking to me? All right. Anyway, I'm going to leave all of Powerhouse Watson's conversations alone. Dang, all right? Okay, man. Come on, man. Anyway, like I said, I'm quick triggered on that subject. My apologies, Powerhouse Watson. Going for Powerhouse Watson because I'm dipping. What do you call it? What do you call it when you dipping? You loud and you wrong. You dipping in the sauce. You kibitzing. My bad, bro. You weren't talking to me. My bad. You weren't talking to me. He capping. He put OG at the end. Butter you up. If you do put OG in it, then that is me. All right. Okay. But anyway, like I said, bro, it is what it is. Fanon, you stay catching in the middle of people shooting in the chat. Dude, I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat. You like me, Fanon. I don't take much. What is that? It don't take much sometimes. Nah, it doesn't, bro. It really doesn't, man. It's called a quick trigger finger. Yeah, I got a quick trigger finger. I do. That's because I get trolled a lot, bro. Seriously, man. I get trolled a lot. Okay, just so you know, I get trolled a lot. Twitter fingers. What's a Twitter fingers, man? What's Twitter fingers? Anyway, I've been calling you OG since the start. I know, man. It's all look, Powerhouse Watson, bro. Even if look, man, I rocks with you, Powerhouse Watson. I rocks with you, Powerhouse Watson. I just know you're a Devin Haney fan, bro. You one of the real ones. You one of the real ones, bro. You one of the real ones, man. But there's a lot of, we live in the time of a lot of I know what Twitter fingers are, bro. I know what Twitter fingers are. I'm just saying that, I don't really beef. I'll go off on Twitter though. I'll go off on Twitter in a minute. If you dumb, if I think what you say is dumb and you talk to me at all, dog, I'll talk bad about you on Twitter. I don't care. Like, I'll admit it. I'm immature. I'll be a little bit immature on Twitter in a minute. Like, I was clowning this one dude who's all kind of butthurt doing little hit piece videos on me now. Like, okay, yeah, dog. Just remember, bro, you're a clown. And you know who I'm talking to, too. Ha, 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 bro. First of all, you listened to that video and you know full well what was being talked about. Full well. So you're dishonest off to boot. You're dishonest. And everything's a joke. Everything's funny, bro. Let me tell you who's funny. You're funny. Because everything's a joke to you. When you're the only one joking. First the zone, now Top Rank, last stop PBC. Who you talking about? Now I'm trying to tell you, first was PBC. They left. No, man, Devin Haney left PBC first. Showtime was putting him on. Dude, the reason y'all know who he is because of Steven Espinoza. Steven, the reason you know who Devin Haney is because he was training out of the Mayweather gym and he was fighting on Showtime. And when DAZN came around and Eddie Hearn came to the United States and they were like, we're going to steal all of the PBC fighters and Showtime's going out of business. The second person to jump ship from the PBC was Devin Haney. The first one was man, the Miracle Man. What's the Miracle Man? What's the Miracle Man's name, man? God dog. I can see his face, middleweight, fought Canelo, Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs was the first one to leave. No, Tevin Farmer wasn't with the PBC. The first one was, I think Tevin Farmer was the first one they signed. Then it was Daniel Jacobs. Then it was Canelo Alvarez. Then it was Devin Haney. And then remember, a fight got canceled, and that's why Devin Haney got his first featured fight on DAZN, because somebody else's fight got canceled. So they had to put Devin at the top of the card. I'm telling you, Devin is a very, very fortunate guy. Makes good moves, very fortunate guy. Just keep that color going because it's Thursdays. Thank you, Keys to the Game. Thank you, Keys to the Game. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. And my man, Fresh Prince at EGGTV says, salute to my brother. Appreciate the content. Always remember, it's man down over everything. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much love in that super chat, brother. It's so easy to be an Errol Spence fan, bro. It's so easy. Ultra Man, what's going on, brother? How you feeling? He said, hey, Fanon, how you doing, brother? I'm good, man. I drank too much coffee yesterday and almost flipped out on Twitter. But you know me, I'm prone to flip. I'll go off on you, brother. I'll be very, very happy, or I'll be very, very fierce with you. It's not a meltdown, brother. It's called cussing you out. You clown. You fucking clown. Not you, Ultraman. I'm sorry. I'm listening to this dude that's currently right now on my jock listening to me, I guarantee. Flipping. It's called cussing. I didn't melt down. I cussed somebody. I was cussing somebody out without swearing. There's a big difference. Anyway, didn't Espinoza say in a recent interview how a fight could be done in half a day since they weren't that far apart, especially since he agreed? He says exaggerating. He said, he had 8 and 10 hours. I think he did say something like 8 to 10 hours. Like 8 to 10 hours, he said. No, bro, let me tell you something. Devin Haney, a fucking clown. Everything's a joke. Like short people joke a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever notice that, man? Like, like short dudes either got some dudes either got Napoleonic complexes or they got to be the class clown. One or the other, man. I hate clowns. Like, dog, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't like clowns. I don't. Did you see that? Did you see that? The Mike Tyson thing with what's that rapper's name? Schmurder, somebody Schmurder, Bobby Schmurder, Johnny Schmurder, whatever his name is. And that dude was going doing all kind of ridiculousness, bro. And Mike Tyson was like, man, this dude is making me mad. Mike Tyson was like an old man, bro, because Mike Tyson's older than me. So Mike Tyson's sitting there like, man, this dude is making me, this dude is pissing me off. This guy's making me mad. Like, trying to tell you, like, dude, seriously, I'm not all the way there, bro. If you don't stop doing that, man, I'm about to flip on you, man. He said, when you're doing something right, you always get hate. Yes, sir, bro. Oh, man, bro. But honestly, that was just retaliation from clowning them for saying dumb things. So it is what it is, bro. He said, Bobby Schmurder didn't snitch and took an extra year so his boy could get out early. I mean, good for Bobby Schmurder, bro, but I don't know Bobby Schmurder. All I know is that dude was about to snap, bro. All I know that dude is about to snap, bro. Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it was. But look, look what she said. He said, Fanon, that video was edited. Of course it was. The whole interview they're reviving is great to watch. Oh, no doubt about it, bro. But he was hot, though. He was hot. He probably just calmed down. And he froze him, and he made it look like he stopped talking. I understand. That they did that. And plus, I didn't watch it. I'm sure they did. People do that. Bobby Schmurder. Like, anyway, yeah, I'm sure they did edit it, man. Don't get me wrong. I don't know anything about Bobby Schmurder. All I know is that dude, dog, for real, I don't really like clowns. I don't like buffoonery. It real quick, it gets on my nerves, bro. And comedians are like the worst people to hang out with because they trust me, they're cracking a lot of corny jokes like on a regular basis. Anyway, what's going on, Stone Alone in the building, brother? What's happening, man? He said, thank you for that support on the inventor of the Super Chat Thursday. Say good morning, Fanon, in the chat. I'm at on call to see if I got to go to work. Super Chat Thursday supporting. Yes, sir, brother. Hey, man, you say got to go to work? So if you say got to go to work, maybe if you don't want to go to work, to see if I go into work. Oh, okay. I know you like that money, bro. So I hope you get to go into work, bro. I hope you go in to get that money. Hope you get able to get that money. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't got anything against Bobby Schmurder. And as far as T. Orlando Pearson go, I don't talk about any of that people going to jail stuff, bro. Because on the real, he said, unlike YS Tell, Schmurder stood on his square and took his medicine like a man. Hey, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That's what you got to do, you, man. And it's honorable not to. If you did something, then you do the crime, pay the time. You know what I'm saying? If you do the crime, do the time. But at the same time, bro, I'm not trying to do no time. So I ain't trying to do no crime. Eric Wright, dude, let me tell you something, man. I'm going to read your comment, and I'm going to answer it politely. Fanon, stop getting upset. No, I'm not going to stop getting upset, bro. And remember, a bee never wastes its time trying to convince a fly that honey tastes better than it. Let me tell you, Eric Wright, bro. Get a YouTube channel. And then after you get a YouTube channel and you talk all day, you talk every day to people about a bunch of subjects, then tell me the wisdom of your statement. You tell me the wisdom of that statement. Okay? I have a statement for you. Do not judge a man until you walk in his shoes. Okay? Don't judge my path unless you walk in my shoes. I am not going to ignore anything if I don't feel like ignoring it. I'm not going to do it because I'm not talking in front of, it's not me and one person. It's me and 13,000 people. Okay? It's me and 13,000 people. I am not about to let people's poison sit in my head and just say I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Because you can't. It's going to come out one way or another. It's going to come out one way or another. Okay? And if one person said it to me, guess what? 500 people are going to say it. You think that the one person that I respond to is the only person that says that? No. I will ignore it 500 times, and I will talk about it one time. If it's somebody in my if it's you, it's you. But trust you me, you're not the first person to say it. No, sometimes you take things on head first. Sometimes if you have an issue, you address your issue. If somebody is speaking on your name or saying things about you, you say it. And by the way, it's everybody gets upset. I don't know where this myth is, this lie that people tell that like you're emotional, I'm not emotional. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Everybody is emotional. Everybody has an emotional reactions to things. Some people will just suppress their emotions, but it's not safe to suppress your emotions. Also, I don't mind roasting you. It's good content. It's good content. It's good content. It's fun to talk about. I don't mind arguing. I enjoy it. I like calling you clowns and proving it. It's what it is. He said, truth, if you keep your mouth shut, it's not a show. Get them for now. Yeah, what am I supposed to do? Not speak? Just let me talk about, well, this guy punched this guy in the face, and then this guy punched this guy in the face. And I really do think that, bro, that's not how it works, man. Eric Wright, please stop giving me advice, bro. I would kindly appreciate if you stopped telling me how to run my life, man. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't. I'm being polite about it. Please do not preach to me, bro. I don't preach to you. Don't preach to me. I'm a 54-year-old man, bro. 53, excuse me. I'm a 53-year-old adult, man. Okay? If I do something, I have a reason to do it. Okay? Fanon, did you see the Fight Hype interview on Terrence Crawford saying he don't want the fight? It would never happen. Not never. Of course I have. I've heard him say that multiple times, bro. I've heard him say that multiple times. I'm shocked why anybody thinks he's gonna fight. And Eric Wright, I think I'm gonna throw you out, bro. Because I don't have supporters that take my word over everybody else's. Let me correct you. If anybody takes my word over everybody else's, there's something wrong with you. Do not take my word over everybody else's. I've never asked anybody to take my word over somebody else's. I'm giving you my word. You can take it or leave it. Okay, but see, I'm going to time you out for 5 minutes, brother. Just going to time you out. And if I see you again, I'm going to time you out again. I'm not going to throw you out. I'm just going to time you out. Do not take my word over anybody else's. Don't do it. I've never asked you to. Never. You have never heard me say to anybody, take my word over theirs. Take my word for it. Believe me. I've never told you that. I'll tell you, look, man, this is what I heard. This is what I think. This is logical. This is logical. You don't have to take my word. If you don't believe it, no worries. Don't believe it. I'm not going to take it personally. I could be wrong. Morning and blessings. Hope all is well. Yes, sir, brother. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have a conversation. But anyway, for now, we do take your word over everybody else's because you prove your points with fact and logic. Hey, Fahim, that means you're taking logic. You're taking facts and logic over other people's. It's not my words, it's the logic. It's not me, it's the logic. Like, it's logic. It's just there, bro. It's like 2 + 2 is 4. Dude, you don't have to take my word for it. Trust me. Keep grabbing 2 things and 2 things and count them. You're going to keep getting 4. You don't have to take my word for it. Keep doing it. If 2 things can't be true at the same time, you don't have to take my word for it. Find 2 things that can two things that cannot be true at the same time, and one of them isn't false. Find one. You'll never find it. I'm just trying to tell you, God gave you logic. Use it. Okay? I'm just borrowing it from the great God. I'm saying, God, can I borrow your measuring stick real quick? Would you mind if God, would you mind if I borrowed your ruler real fast? I need to measure what this guy is saying. And that don't add up. You know what I'm saying? It don't add up. And what these guys say don't add up. Just doesn't add up. But you don't have to take my word for it. Think about it yourself. And by the way, when you think about it yourself, I don't have to tell you, which makes it so much easier. It used to be hard to get these guys going. It used to be hard, but I invested in it. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick to logic. I'm going to go and take the logical approach, and I'm going to break everything down, and I'm going to break it down in terms of logic. So we can stop having this he said, she said, I'm smarter, I've got inside sources, believe me, brother, support me. So we don't have to do all that garbage. I just slowly and surely, over the course of a couple of years, gave a bunch of lectures about finite math and logical fallacies and applied them, syllogisms, and I applied them to boxing so that eventually you guys could start doing it for yourself. And you can look at what somebody says and be like, man, that don't make no sense. I just started breaking down what con men do. This is what a con man does. So when you hear it, always suspect what they're saying. And it pays off because guess what? It's happened to a number. It is taking place. Hey, man, incel in the building. Because I got something else to show you. Much love in that super chat, brother. Showing support, brother. Thank you, bro. Now watch this, man. Shout out to Nonito Donaire and Rachel Donaire. Because the duck pattern has now caught on. I have to give a shout out at this point in time. What's going on, Dre H? How you feeling, brother? I have to give a shout out to Rachel Donaire and Nonito Donaire, who explained yesterday exactly how Bud's ducking and his ducking has now infected boxing. Where now you have a new model where people say, I agree to all of the terms, and at the end of the day, they duck out of the fight, knowing full well they never agreed to terms, but yet everybody thinks that they did, so nobody gets to say they're ducking. So the whole conversation that they go on for months, oh, he accepted the fight, he accepted the fight, he accepted the fight. And then all of a sudden at the 12th hour, oh, we're going a different direction. So that they kill all public pressure for them to accept the fight ahead of time. He said, yeah, I saw that, Fanon. It was very enlightening. Yes. It's the new duck. It's the new method. And framing people for a duck. That's what we've gotten over the last couple of years. The new people's new contribution to boxing. Framing people for ducks and faking like you accepted a fight to eventually turn around and blame it on the other person, when you absolutely positively never accepted it. And well, watch this. Nonito Donaire and Rachel Donaire jumped out on Jason Maloney and said we did not accept this fight. They did not accept that fight. And do you know who else did that? Errol Spence Jr. did that to I said, yep, breaking down what shysters do, facts. Yeah. And they're going to keep doing it because that's the only thing they know how to do. Watch. They're going to keep doing it because that's the only thing they know how to do. What don't know how to have an honest conversation to save their life. I'm telling you. Do not know how to have an honest conversation to save their life, which is one where they don't have something, when there's not something that they're aiming for. I'm telling you. Have you ever met somebody that literally everything that you talk to them about, bro, they're aiming you to try to accomplish something that they have in their mind? Everybody to them is a tool to use. A tool to use. So they don't know how to even have a conversation where you're just talking. When they're just like, hey, man, what do you think? Oh, this is what I think. That's what you think. Oh, okay, that's what's up, man. You want to play some cards or something? You know what I mean? Violator comment said, morning and blessing. Hope all is well. It is, brother. It is, man. We out here talking this boxing, bro. He said, why isn't the WBO forcing a mandatory Bud versus Boots? Because Boots is not in their they can't. Boots isn't in their ranking system anymore because he's the IBF, because he's a secondary IBF champion. That's what we call holes in the story. Yeah, a bunch of holes in the story, bro. Bunch of holes in the story. Kamal said, yesterday I saw you out there, man. Kamal eyes shining out there on that boxing circuit. He said, yesterday's Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel was great. Jake Donovan is one of the few journalists out there. Dude, Jake Donovan is a blessing to boxing, in my opinion. That's a dude that knows how to have a conversation just to have the conversation. He's not trying to lead you one way or the other. He's literally just giving you what's out there. And he talks about every type of boxing conversation that there is. And seems to enjoy every boxing match that he watches. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Jake Donovan's. Huge fan of Jake Donovan's. Not engaged in public relations. Definitely engaged in journalism. Absolutely. Jake Donovan is great. No joke. Really, 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 really respect Jake Donovan. But to be honest, Jake Donovan has a little bit easier than Dougie Fisher does, because Dougie Fisher doesn't work, because he doesn't work for Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I mean? He works for Boxing Scene. So it is what it is. Yeah, he probably really loves the sport. I'm just telling you, man, I have a lot of respect for Jake Donovan. That's why I never try to talk to Jake Donovan. Never try to talk. I just, like, I'm a boxing fan and I will read Jake Donovan. There's very, very few people that I look forward to, like, okay, what is he saying? I get a lot of my news from Jake Donovan because it's something you can really rely on. And I honestly will not. What's going on to my man So Deep in the building? Make sure y'all go and go check out and subscribe to my man So Deep at Parlor of East Wheaton. Man, you was killing it last night. I was in the chat I was listening So Deep, just so you know. I just didn't put anything in the comment because I was about to, and then I went off and I did something else and was listening to the music in the background. But I was definitely supporting you last night. Better believe it. So yeah, man, he's a real dude, man. He's a real dude. He allowed us to ask a lot of questions. Okay, yeah, he's a good dude, man. No doubt, man. Definitely think very, very highly of Jake Donovan. And on the real, much better than much better than Mike Coppinger. Just so much better than Mike Coppinger. No comparison between the two of those guys. One guy is sensational and about spreading your opinion, and the other guy is just giving you the straight up boxing news, letting you know what's going on. Very, very balanced, right? I mean, so balanced that I don't even know what his opinion is about. I heard him share his opinion about something yesterday, and I was like, dang, he just gave me an opinion. But his opinion was based on his observations. You know what I mean? Salute So Deep, and yeah, I subscribe to your joint, Pure Gold. Thomas Hill, yeah, that's what's up. Definitely go check my boys out, man. Go check out my brothers from another mother on the Parlor of East Wheaton. What's going on? Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel. What's going on? So yeah. Absolutely, man. Hold on one second. What's going on, Gary? How you feeling, man? How you feeling? Shout out everybody on the YouTube boxing scene. Yeah, man. So, but let's get back to this undisputed stupidity. I'm giving up on Undisputed, man. I'm giving up on Undisputed as something that is a real measuring stick for anything. It's too hard to achieve. And the thing that allows you to achieve it is not how good you are in the ring. It's you either have to get very, very lucky, or you have to be in the absolute, you have to be very lucky. You have to be in the perfect political situation to even get an opportunity to do it. And I'm telling you, nothing proved that to me more than what happened with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, because it's unfair to Errol Spence. It's unfair to Errol Spence to say, well, you know, he's not achieved what Terrence Crawford is because Terrence Crawford decided he wouldn't give him the chance. Is it true that Devin is moving up and vacating belts? I don't know if it's true or not. It may eventually happen, but the report, Peril Infinity, that you saw that said he would, that is not correct, nor was it a serious report. He may eventually move up and drop his belts, but it's not going to be for the reason that was put out there yesterday in a troll tweet, because that was a troll tweet. It wasn't serious. It was a troll. It was a troll tweet. But let me tell you, dog, Cat's got some influence, man. Dog, live by the sword, die by the sword, bro. Live by the sword, die by the sword. If you live on social media, you can get jerked around by social media, man. Because social media is a battlefield. That's why I was telling you, Mr. Wright, don't tell me I can't respond to people and to ignore them. You're going to ignore me. I'm going to ignore them into a terrible reputation. It's not going to happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you say something about me and I see it, brother, I'm not going to say it to everybody, but any particular thing you guys say about me, bro, you better believe, bro, I'm going to say something to you. I was not saying anything about like that stupidity that came up yesterday for that clown's jokes. You know, Bozo the Clown busted joke yesterday. Ha ha, very funny, bro, but you're straight up dishonest. Because you know if you listen that long, you know full well what was being said. I don't know what this is. Bring. You don't know what that is, huh? Then how did you didn't listen? Everybody else understood what it was. It was like a 4-hour conversation. You didn't hear that? You didn't know what people were saying? You just conflate in front. Nah, bro. Oh, Powerhouse Watts say you missed my super chat, OG. What was the tweet? That he basically some silliness, bro. It was some silliness. Powerhouse Watson in the building said, what does Boots have to do to get a fight with Bud? Lose. Let me see. Lose number one. Yeah, lose. And or get old real fast. Lose. Look really bad, get knocked out, lose or get knocked out. Or become as mandatory. I guess those are the 3 routes. Lose and get knocked out. Get old or become as mandatory. And even then, that ain't guaranteed that mandatory. I think he'll still slip that mandatory. Hey, come on! I said I was the only one talking about Eddie Hearns blocking Undisputed between Beterbiev and Bivol. Corporate media was compliant and not asking. Now Mauricio Sulaiman putting up more barriers. Such BS. That's what I'm saying. It's completely unfair to judge these people by whether or not they get undisputed. Because the belts have a purpose, bro. Or fake an injury. I guess he could fake it. What if he just dropped the interim belt and he may be able to become the mandatory? Maybe. But Bud ain't gonna fight him, man. Bud's already made it. Bud's not fighting him, man. I just need Devin to fight Tank at the end of the year. If he ain't, it's all good stuff. Got to end. Bro, he's not going to fight Tank. You guys can forget that, dude. But I would love, the negotiations for Tank is already a circus show. Much love in that super chat. Come on, Oz, bro. You be showing that love, bro. Yeah, dude, for me, exactly. I've seen the 360. Like, they'll say, well, you were never undisputed because the guy turned the fight down. You got Arthur Beterbiev, who got 3 belts. Listen to this carefully. This is why I have almost zero respect for ESPN's coverage of boxing. I got respect for the people like Andre Ward, obviously. I've got respect for Tim Bradley for sure. I don't want to say I don't respect Tim Bradley because, I think Tim Bradley's kind of putting on a little bit of a song and dance, but and doing his job. So even the fact that he's doing his job makes me respect Tim Bradley. Even if I may say something different every once in a while, deep down, dude, I got respect for Tim Bradley. Got a lot of respect for Andre Ward. Big fan of Andre Ward. Will remain a big fan of Andre Ward. Yeah, man, look, let me tell you something, man. Look, bro, let me get to the point, okay? I think that, and get away from the people. I think ESPN has messages that they're delivering. They sit down in a room and they decide what message that they're going to get out there. So when ESPN does this to Arthur Beterbiev, right? Arthur Beterbiev is an ESPN fighter, by the way. He's an ESPN fighter, by the way. They say that Anthony Yard, they really made Anthony Yard the winner of that fight because they move Anthony Yard up to the number 4 guy in the division because he got knocked out by Arthur Beterbiev, and act as if, and then you've got the WBA and the WBC and these guys standing in the way of the fight by ordering multiple mandatories for Dimitri Bivol. So Dimitri Bivol got to go back to the UK after he beats, watch this, he beats the number 4 guy who literally becomes 4 because he gets knocked out, but looked good while he was getting knocked out. You know what that's like? That's like, for real, that's like Yordenis Ugas goes up in the rankings at welterweight because he got beat half to death by Errol Spence. Did ESPN do that same thing for Yordenis Ugas when Yordenis Ugas put up a good fight against Errol for 3 belts? It's literally the same thing. Literally the same thing. Except for Yordenis Ugas put up a better fight. Put up a better fight and literally didn't quit. The same thing was happening. Same eye was blowing up. Same eye blowing up, same everything. But they demote Ugas for Errol Spence, but they give Anthony Yard, they pub up Anthony Yard. Because Anthony Yard is also an ESPN fighter, right? Because he's with Frank Warren. Frank Warren has a deal to show, has a partnership with Top Rank, right? So you got Anthony Yard, who they build up Anthony Yard off of that. Now they're gonna send Arthur Beterbiev over there to the zone to fight Callum Smith. Oh, and we really think Callum Smith can beat him. Oh yeah, that's a good fight, Callum Smith. Callum Smith. It's right there. He's for the taking. What about Undisputed? What can Bivol do with him? No, we got Bivol set aside for Canelo. I'm sorry, Bivol's got, we can't have, because Bivol Canelo, we need that Bivol Canelo. Bivol beat the brakes off Canelo. But it was because he really wasn't prepared, and we need that fight again. We really got to see that fight. We want Bivol and Undisputed at 168. We don't want the 175 Undisputed. We want Undisputed at 168. That's really the fight, is the Undisputed for... Man, we all get out of here, man. That's why I don't have any respect for that Undisputed stuff anymore, man. And then At lightweight, you got just undisputed stupidity going on. We got undisputed stupidity going on at 135, man. Like the whole system is broke there. The whole entire system is broke there. Only broke if you think the belts matter. Working operationally if you know that the belts don't. And I'm telling you, watch this, because the belts don't matter to these people. The belts are props, and they ain't doing nothing for the props. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing nothing they're not doing nothing for the shine. Hey, brother Judah in the building, what's going on? I said, peace, brother. Enjoy your day when you finish work. When you finish working, question: if Bud and Ortiz fights like De La Hoya wants, how does that fight play out? Terrence Crawford getting robbed. Terrence Crawford getting robbed. That's how it works. That's how it ends. It ends with Terrence Crawford getting robbed. Because he's not going to knock out Virgil Ortiz. He's not going to knock out Virgil Ortiz. So if it goes to the cards, Terrence Crawford is going to win the fight, but they're going to give the fight to Virgil Ortiz. That's what I think. Virgil Ortiz is very, very big, and he's a good fighter. He is, by the time that fight happens, that may be Terrence Crawford's best fight ever, is Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is a legit fighter, a legitimately good fighter. I'm telling you right now, Virgil Ortiz is a legitimately good fighter. Legitimately good fighter with big power. With big power. Virgil Ortiz can fight, man. And he's young. That fight's not going to happen until for a year at least. Because Bud only fights once a year. He fights Alexis Rocha, and then he fights Virgil Ortiz. If he fights Virgil Ortiz, he needs a knockout to get a draw. And then you're going to have Virgil Ortiz with a belt. But I don't think he's going to fight Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz has the WBA regular title. If Errol moves up, I'm saying he has it because I think he'll get it. Not that he has it. He's fighting for it. So that's what I think will happen. I'm telling you, Virgil Ortiz can fight, man. Virgil Ortiz can fight, and he's not going to get knocked out with one shot. I don't see the knockout coming, bro. And yeah, he's 35 now. By the time he fights Alexis Rocha, he's going to be 36. By the time he fights Virgil Ortiz, he's going to be 37. He's going to be 37 years old against a 26, 27-year-old Virgil Ortiz. And they're going to make him fight in Texas. They're going to make him fight in Texas. And they're going to make a star out of Virgil Ortiz, who deserves it because Virgil Ortiz, and don't get me wrong, man, I like Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is a very, very solid fighter. He's a straightforward kid. He reminds me a lot of Errol Spence in their personality and in the way that they approach things. Like just, I like him. I'm not talking bad about Virgil Ortiz at all. I think Virgil Ortiz is a legitimate top welterweight. Legitimate top welterweight. And if he fights, and I do not think Terrence Crawford's getting a knockout on him with one shot. I don't see that happening. That's a big dude. That's a big dude that can take a shot. Definitely one of the biggest welterweights there are, Virgil Ortiz. I think he can take a and so at that point in time, bro, he's going to have to knock out Virgil Ortiz to get a win. And I don't think he's going to fight him. Because I think Bud will ghost the negotiation. I'm telling you, man, there's nothing I trust about that situation at all. From a political standpoint, I don't trust that situation at all. At all. I don't like triangle comparisons, but when I watch Bud fight Mean Machine and Virgil fight him, I think he could truly give Bud issues. Look, the issue is going to be that he's so young and he hits hard. He's so much bigger than Bud. Like, he's way bigger than Bud. Way bigger than Bud. And he's a very good fighter. And he's a pressure fighter. And he has a good jab. But he can hit Bud with something. He can hit Bud with something. You know, he can hit. Like, when is the last time Bud fought a big puncher? Sean Porter's not a big puncher. Kell Brook's not a big puncher. Amir Khan's not a big puncher. Jose Benavidez is not a big puncher. Igis Kalvanakis is not a big puncher. Julius Ndungo was, but he sucked. He's a big puncher. Hey, he's solid, but he's not a big puncher. He's solid, but he's not a big puncher. And you saw what happened, Roberto Lopez, excuse me. And you saw what happened. He got dropped. Yeah, he fought Igis Kalvanakis, who's a solid puncher, and he got dropped. Fanon, the biggest puncher Bud ever faced is Gamboa, and you saw what happened. Now, Victor Bostal is not a big puncher. Got a very good jab. Very good jab. So if he fights, yeah, nah, man, I don't see it. I don't see it. Facts, Fanon, it's hard to deal with just the youthful activity when you're 35 to 37 years old. Yeah, dude, it's tough, man. So to me, and plus you got the political side of it. Dude, they're going to try to do. Virgil Ortiz is a guy that really can be a cash cow because of where he's from. He's from the same area Errol Spence Jr. is. He got the same 45,000 seat stadium. He got the same 45,000 seat stadium. And then they're going to sell Terrence Crawford. They're going to sell. Then they can turn around and switch it up. Now it's Virgil Ortiz is chasing the older Errol Spence. And then Errol Spence, you know, for whatever, Errol's not going to be at the weight class, but you get my point, man. Kamal Oz said Green Beans is not a massive puncher at all. He's a decent puncher, but that's it. Post all a boxer, he's not a puncher. Yeah, Virgil is 5'11, Bud is like 5'7. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's that fight right there is something I don't think Bud's gonna take. I need $50 million. Dude, Bud, getting a fight done with Bud at this point in time, dude, maybe it's just a bad taste in my mouth, but he's not stupid. He's not fighting Errol. He's not fighting Errol. He went to BLK Prime. It looks as if I'm not telling you that it is the case. It looks like he's leaving BLK Prime after one fight. Virgil's like 5'9", 5'10", something like that. He's big. Virgil Ortiz is big. He's a big guy. He's big as I think he's bigger than Errol Spence. The ultimate fight at that weight class for him is Jaron Ennis. But Jaron's going to smoke him. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So I don't know why Oscar's even messing with Bud. What choice does Oscar have? He doesn't have anybody over there. If they're going to grow they're going to grow their fighters, or they're not going to grow their fighters. Crapper, get off the pot. He got to do something. He lost Canelo. They don't have anybody over there. He's got to get somebody. You know what I mean? He's got to get somebody. Got to get somebody. Nah, I don't believe Bud, man. I don't believe him. Once he ducked out, once he didn't take that Errol Spence Jr. fight, man, you know, save the drama for your mama with all of that. He's positioning himself. Look at this. All right, bro. I'm sorry. I'm going to roast you. Okay. The A side. Bud is A side of it, all right. Bud is 5'8". Haney's bigger than Bud. Virgil's 5'11", Boots 5'10", Errol's 5'8". Errol's probably closer. Errol's not 5'8". Errol's like 5'9". I think Errol's 5'9". I think Errol's 5'9". Something like that. But let me tell you, it's worse on people if they're taller with Errol. Dude, Errol fights like a little guy. It's Errol fights like a little guy. So that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, be taller and longer than him. I think Ugas is taller than him. Ugas is longer than him. Matter of fact, hey, real quick, anything new with Tank and Ryan? Yeah, it's not done. They say it could be at Allegiant Stadium, but it's not done. Hold on one second, man. I gotta check something. $69 and hold on one second. Oh man. Oh wow. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. It's shorter. I'm bugging. They say Ugas got a 70. I don't think that's right, bro. They say your Danish Ugas got a 69-inch reach. Why doesn't that seem right to me? I think these people be playing with these numbers, bro. But no, there's nothing really new, man. Allegiant Stadium, they think they're trying to make that fight happen at Allegiant Stadium. You know, at Allegiant Stadium. Yeah, Allegiant Stadium's a big old stadium, but they should probably have that fight in a venue. Look, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. I have a suspicion they'll throw that at us where they can jack those ticket prices all the way up to the moon. But I guess they could jack them ticket prices up to a moon in Allegiant Stadium as well. Haney looked like a giant against Kambosos, towering over him. It'll be even more pronounced against Loma, who is a midget. Yeah, Loma's a little dude, bro, but Loma can fight, man. Man, George Kambosos ain't beat no. Man, beating Vasily Lomachenko ain't easy. They changed it. Oh, okay. He said they changed it for 9. Ugas has a 74-inch reach, but it was 69 reported. Yeah, it's like 70. So your Danish Ugas's reach is longer than Terrence Crawford's reach. Your Danish Ugas's reach is longer than Terrence Crawford's reach. And Errol Spence Jr. was able to get around that reach and underneath that reach very, very, very well. So when you talk about him being taller or Virgil Ortiz and things like that, that length, dude, I don't think that makes a difference to Errol because he jabs and he slips under. He jabs, especially from an orthodox standpoint, where he can jab. Where when somebody comes over the top of his jab, he steps in after they come over the top of his jab. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is, though, man. But yeah, 69 inches on Ugas. Dude, Ugas' arm, man, Ugas look like a spider monkey, man. His arms, I mean, not in the face. I'm saying his arms are like of it. Yeah, is that now 74? I think he has 72, brother. But maybe it is 74, 72, 74. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm dead sleep on Rosha. Dead sleep on Rosha. And you ain't waking me up off that. I ain't trying to hear about that, bro. Rosha ain't about to do nothing to Terrence Crawford, man. I ain't trying to hear that, man. I was talking about height versus Bud. Virgil bigger, but Spoots bulldozes. Yeah, I don't really care about the height. You don't height doesn't fight. It's arm reach that fights, bro. Height doesn't fight. Arm reach fights. It's the arm reach. and you can catch him at the end. You can keep him at the end of that jab. I'm not trying to hear, brother. I'm not trying to hear anything about Alexis Rocha. If it happens, it happens. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But you know what I mean? That's kind of like paying the lottery to me, bro. That's kind of like playing the lottery to me, bro. I'm not really trying to hear anything like that. How you doing, princess? How you doing, Princess RuPaul? You out here to say hi again, huh? That's why I said, nah, bro, there will never be the end of a beef between you and me, bro. Never. Because of that stuff. You know what I mean? Princess RuPaul, that's you, right? That's you. You know what I mean? That's you. Which is why when you ask me, hey, man, can we talk? Can we, like you trying to get me to go out on a date or something, I'm always going to tell you flat to your face, bro, no, there's nothing. No, absolutely nothing. I have nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. No, I don't want to talk to you. No, we cannot mend fences. None of that. You can just leave me alone, and that's all. That's all you can do, brother, is leave me alone. Alexis got roaches. I just don't want. Hey, Brian, what's going on, Brian King? Like, I'm just not trying to hear that, man. If Alexis Rocha winds up being something, okay. But he lost to Speedy Rashidi Ellis. So since you lost to Speedy Rashidi Ellis, brother, I'm not really trying to hear nothing, bro. You know, I'm really not trying to hear it, bro. So you can just do what you do, but on the real, I'm not trying to hear it. And Incel back in that super chat, I did get you, brother. Thank you for that support. And Aisha, who I'm really late with the $10 holler in the Cash App. Thank you so much for that support, Aisha. Thank you for continuing to support the channel. It means a ton. It means a ton. What's up, OG? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. I can't complain about nothing. Life is doing well. We got a lot of people in the chat. You know, pretty much every day we chopping it up, man. We're chopping it up about just having a real good boxing conversation. Not, you know, there's strangely a lot less stupidity and a lot of just nonsense going around all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like, almost like, you know, all of a sudden people are hesitant about, you know, just saying anything to incite people. So it feels really, really nice not to have to respond to a lot of dumb questions. I'm happy about that, you know, very, very happy about that. So life is good, man. Life is good. Life is good. For now, did you see who Cody fight this? Do you see who Cody fight for his WBC eliminator? No. Who is he fighting? Let me know. You talking about Cody Crowley? No, I've not seen who Cody Crowley is fighting. Cody Crowley is a good fighter. Definitely looking forward to seeing. I think Errol Spence Jr. should fight Cody Crowley. I want to see Errol Spence Jr. fight Cody Crowley for the WBC belt. Because, you know why? Because Keith Thurman fight is a waste of time. Because, you know, Keith Thurman is a waste of time. It's a cherry pick. He already lost to Manny Pacquiao. He's inactive. He's old. So I don't want to see that. I want to see him in there with an undefeated fighter. Oh, Ramos? No. No. What's his name is fighting Ramos? Joey Spencer is fighting Ramos. So Joey Spencer's having his step-up fight. I like Joey Spencer. I rock with Joey Spencer. Abel Ramos, yeah. No, I thought it was. Hold on, man. I could have. You're telling me that he's fighting Abel Ramos? I thought it was Joey Spencer that's fighting Abel Ramos. Thought it was Joey Spencer that's fighting Abel Ramos. Isn't Joey Spencer the one fighting Abel Ramos? That's what I heard. I could now, like I say, I could be wrong. So just let me know. I could have sworn it was Cody, that it wasn't Cody Crowley. Crowley was offered boots and declined to fight. Very smart guy because he's going to get beat up. Nah, I'm straight on Errol and boots. I want Terrence Crawford in boots. Capping one-on-one. Nah, man, I'm not letting, man, y'all want to let, man, I'm not, no more cakewalks. No more cakewalks for Bud, man. No more ice skating around the rink for him, man. You got to walk around on this ice like everybody else. You know what I mean? You got to walk around on this ice like everybody else. No more skating. No more skates just for you. You get to shush all around the place. Nah, man. You got to walk slowly and dangerously like everybody else. Stop skating. You know what I mean? Oh, Jesus. Okay, he's fighting. Oh, Jesus Ramos. Okay. So, nah, bro. I'm sick of the skating. Bud got to fight somebody for real. I'm sick of it. Like, it's over with that. I don't think there's anybody in boxing that I know of that has had more cakewalks than Terrence Crawford has over the last 5 years. Any champion that has had that many cakewalks. I don't know of anybody that has had that many cakewalks. Let me know the champion that has had that many cakewalks. I don't know of one. That number of cakewalks. No, bro. I'm sick of it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the one that's doing commercials? Nah, brother, you did your commercial one time, bro. We don't do commercials for videos. We don't do commercials, man. Because first of all, bro, that's not right, brother. I appreciate, if I don't go to your channel doing commercials, don't come to my channel doing commercials. I don't like that. I don't do that to people. I don't dip by their live streams and start talking about, what's up, people? What's going on? I don't do that. I don't do that because the person who's got the live stream, they're doing the live stream so people will talk to them. They didn't do the live stream so people would go to you. All right. And that's just being real. Not, oh, you're a hater, whatever, brother. I'm sitting right here. So please don't. I waited a little while, so maybe people didn't know exactly what I'm talking about, but please don't do that, man. James Wade said, hey, Fanon, what about Garcia Fundora? Rumor is that they're negotiating. Dog, that's not true, according to Danny Garcia laughing at that. Danny Garcia was laughing at that. He said, man, you ever heard a rumor about yourself that you ain't never heard? Well, yeah, that's why they call it a rumor. But no, more than likely now. More than likely no, bro. I'll believe that when I see that. Sebastian Fundora is going to what is this? Hold on one second. God. Why are they trying to get waste people's time with Francis Ngannou? Man, these dudes will do anything, man. They make any type of nonsense, man. They do any type of things. Danny Swift Garcia has a lot of good options at 154. Man, he can rematch Errol at 154. Marquis said what? That YSM Sports Media said that this morning. What? Said what this morning? What did YSM? Shout out to YSM Sports Media. Very, very good channel, man. Very, very good channel. About the talks about Danny Garcia and Fundora, that's been going around for the last several days, man. That's been going around for like a week. And I think Danny Garcia was like, man, that's not true. But we'll see. I don't like Errol and Fundora. I don't like that fight at all, bro. Oh, you know what I like Fundora with? I like Fundora Gennady Golovkin. That's who I want to see Fundora fight. I want to see Fundora fight Aleem, whatever that dude's name is over there that's got that WBO championship, the WBO champion at 160. And I want to see Fundora at 160, get them belts at 160. That's what I want to see. Fundora is just such a funny fight, man. Such a funny fight, man. You know what I mean? Such a funny fight. Errol will chop that tree down. Yeah, he probably will. I'm looking forward to seeing Errol at 154, though, man. Janabek. Yeah, Janabek. I want to see him with Janabek. I'm going to lie, man, dude. I want to see Errol at 154 against Jermell. And I'm going to say that until I turn purple in the face. Until it happens or they retire. I don't get why people will not ask for the best fight in boxing just to be protecting people. Y'all are in the Errol Spence protection and Jermell Charlo protection club at the same time with that fight. Said for 9, where's your inner sadist at? Fundora versus Errol is murder in the ring, bro. I don't want to see Fundora get done like that, bro. I don't want to see Fundora get that body yapped. That's a waste. That's a waste of a good machine, man. That's a waste of a good machine. You know? That's a waste of the good machine, man. I want the big fights in 154, man. I want the big fights in 154, man. But y'all protecting Errol from Jermell and protecting Jermell from Errol. And it is ridiculous. That is obviously one of the best fighters. That is obviously one of the best fights that can be made in boxing that nobody wants. And y'all keep that, man, y'all don't want it because let me tell you why y'all don't want it. The people that hate on Errol also hate on Jermell. So they don't want to see them dudes get a good fight. Y'all that are Errol fans don't want to see him fight Jermell because you know that's a hard fight. And Jermell fans are pretty much all Errol fans. So y'all it's an inner fan base fight. And y'all don't want that smoke, man, because you don't want either one of them to lose. But you all are lying if you say that that's not one of the best fights that can be made in boxing. Man, y'all know that's one of the best fights that can be made in boxing. And y'all blocking the fight, bro. Y'all are blocking that fight, man. And I am just disgusted at each and every one of y'all, bro. Yeah, they have the same trainer, but so what? The trainer don't fight. The trainer don't fight. Derrick James ain't fighting. Derrick James going to train one, and guess what? Jermell Charlo has a second trainer. What's the name of Derrick James of Jermell Charlo's other trainer? The former world champion, whose name I think is a Dominican dude. He has 2 trainers. So he don't need 2 trainers for that fight, man. Jermell just needed, he said, Charlo's improved significantly. Yes, sure. No, not Ronnie Shields. It is it's a Dominican. Yeah, Juan Guzman. Yeah, he got Juan Guzman. Put Juan Guzman. Juan Guzman can fight. No, Juan Guzman. Juan Guzman can train Jermell and Derrick James can train Errol, and they can get that money. They can get that money, dog. He said, I want to see the Charlos fight each other with their mama in the front row. Come on, dog. That's not the same thing, man. I ain't trying to say brothers got to fight, man. For blood, anyway. You know those guys fought anyway. I'm telling you, man, I'm going to stay on that one forever. I ain't trying to hear nothing else. Because I'm trying to be consistent, man. See, that's being consistent. So you know, that's being consistent. When you want to see the best fight the best, you cannot tell me those are not 2 of the best in one of the most stacked weight divisions. Between 154 and 1, who's the best 154? Jermell. Who is the best 147? Errol. So that's the best fighting the best. I need to see it. I need to see it. And I need y'all to stop acting like y'all don't want to see it. Stop blocking that fight. But anyway, let's get on to this other foolishness, bro. James knows his weaknesses. Hey, man, it's whatever. So does Errol. So what? And guess what? Jermell knows it. Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter. I don't care. I'm going to continue to say I don't care. Errol at 154, Boots at 47. Man, y'all out here, Ray Davis out here lying. Hey, look, Gilville said, Jermell made me respect him. Nobody can beat Jermell. Let me tell you something, man. You know who the most underrated fighter is right now? Most underrated, disrespected fighter in boxing is Jermall Charlo. Y'all some raggedy dudes, man. For that job you trying to do on Jermall Charlo. I can't wait for the return of Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo, keep acting right. Keep doing your thing. Stay humble. You know what I'm saying? Stay humble. Get your mind right. Get on out there and whoop these fools because you a stud. That's what I'm talking about for Jermall Charlo. Man, y'all underestimate this man, disrespect this man so much. Nah, Jermell ain't as underrated as Jermall is, bro. Jermall is just, dude, people duck Jermall all over the place, bro. All ducking that man all over the place. Now he isn't, see, exactly. He isn't active enough. See, Aunt Mo, that's why I'm going to throw your dumb ass out. I was waiting for somebody to say something stupid. Get out. He don't fight nobody. He ain't active enough. He ain't beat nobody. Man, I don't want to hear that nonsense. Canelo ducked him. Jaime Munguia ducked him. He couldn't fight Jermell Charlo because it's his brother. Gennady Golovkin ducked him. What you want? You know, Canelo won't fight him. Munguia won't fight him. Canelo won't fight him. The man gets an injury and, oh, you're too inactive. He beat somebody 12 rounds to nothing. Oh, you went 12 rounds, man. You didn't look that good. I don't even know who that dude is. Man, y'all kick rocks, bro. Y'all kick rocks with all that stuff. Fanon, Golden Boy sent, man. Golden Boy didn't send Big Charlo squat. Golden Boy don't send anybody anything. Showtime made an offer to Golden Boy Promotions for a fight between Jermall Charlo and that duck that ain't never fought nobody, not never, named Jaime Munguia. And they turned it down. And then all of a sudden, no, they did not. Dude, no, they did not do squat. They turned down the fight, and then they tried to cover their tracks by saying, oh, we want the fight after you said you didn't want the fight. Jaime Munguia ain't fighting nobody, man. Come on, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear nothing about Jaime Munguia, about Oscar De La Hoya trying to make any fights with Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia was at 154 pounds. Beat Saddam Ali at 154 pounds and ain't fought nobody since. Didn't fight any of the other champions when he was at 154, and now he's up at 160 and he ain't fought nobody at 160. I ain't trying to hear none of that stuff because Oscar De La Hoya said he did it. Oscar De La Hoya ain't trying to make no fight with no Jermall Charlo and Jaime Munguia. He ain't doing nothing but talking and running that man's name in the mud. Because he didn't say anything. He turned it down when Showtime offered the fight. And I'll still see it I believe it when I see it about Ryan Garcia fighting Ryan Garcia. I'll wait. Hopefully it happens because he's all out there in the public. But man, please. Man, that dude Oscar De La Hoya be getting on them white lines and then be talking like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Be saying all kind of stuff. I ain't trying to hear nothing about what any fight Oscar De La Hoya is trying to make. Until I see, bro, we have our ups and downs, but this is still the most intelligent boxing talk on the tube. Hey, thank you, Valentine. Yeah, people do. Much love in that super chat, Valentine. Brother, that's huge. Thank you for the support, bro. Jaime Munguia ain't never fought nobody, not never. And I ain't believing nothing about him trying to fight Jermall Charlo. He turned it down. And here's something else. Why don't they ask to become the mandatory? Benavidez is a 168 pounder. Jermall Charlo is a 160 pounder. That is something other bit of garbage that they throw at Jermall. He's ducking David Benavidez. He's not even in the same weight class. Thank you, Valentine. Thank you for that support. And again, thank you to everybody that supports in the super chats, in the cash apps. You guys are huge supports to the channel. Thank you guys so, so much. I'm out of coffee. Now I'm out of coffee. For all y'all say I'm sipping on empty cups. Now I'm sipping on an empty cup. Jermall is not a 175 pounder, Edward Torres. He fights at 160. He was a 165 pounder. He's a 154 pounder. He's fighting at 160 pounds now. Dimitri Bivol is a 175 pounder. Jermell starts his career at 154. Bivol starts his career at 175, and you're telling me that Jermall is bigger than Bivol. Okay. No. Bivol cannot make 154. Jermell said he can make 154. Jay Miller said Oscar's Twitter account needs to spell check. Dog, he be out there just talking, bro. Hey, Jay Miller in that super chat. Thank you for that support, bro. And Batty Rich in the building. What's going on, man? Facts beat up on little Saddam Ali. Good morning, OG. Salute to you, Batty Rich. Thank you, brother. And thank you to everybody today that is supporting in the super chat and the Cash App. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, man, in the channel and making these haters shake. Especially you hating clowns over there on Twitter, because y'all can't get super chats. Them dudes in full mode. You could thank you because y'all haters can't get them. Charlo is way bigger than Bivol. Stop that, Edward Torres. Stop it. All right, just stop it. Yay, stop it. Now ain't nobody trying to hear that. Anybody trying to buy that? Stop it. That man fights two weight. He's literally fighting two weight classes below him, but he's bigger. No, I don't buy it, brother. I don't buy it. All right. You know what I'm saying? Never missed weight. Fought at 154. Nah, I'm not buying it, brother. I'm not buying it. Not at least Torres. Bivol is way bigger. I mean, he's only fighting at 175, man. He's only a 175 pound champion. And Jermall Charlo is a middleweight. Okay? And he was fighting at 154. So let's not do that, okay? You guys dump so hard on Jermall Charlo, man. You guys talk so bad about him. The man can literally be standing there minding his business. What's his face? Daniel Jacobs can walk up to him and say something. And then he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, man. Okay, man. Yeah, okay, man. Oh, man, where was all that energy when you was talking all that smack about him when he wasn't around? But it was Jermell. Talking. So, but anyway, oh, you saw he didn't say nothing to him. He ducked him. Like I said, the PBC does not pay. They do not pay PR fees to people. They're not paying PR fees. So it is what do you call it? It's free. What do you call it, man? It's God dog. I hate when I forget terms. It's open season on PBC fighters that don't have a big enough fan base to clown you. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that's the only reason they ain't talking bad about Errol Spence. That's it. Because you can't. You better believe this. If Errol Spence Jr. did not have a fan base as big as his fan base is, you better believe they would be talking so bad about Errol Spence Jr., it would make your head spin. But they can't. Because if you do, what happens? Oh, a lot of your subscribers zip out on you. Whole bunch will zip out on you, brother. Hey, Fanon, haven't you heard? Oh, yeah, I haven't, brother. What's going on, bro? Oh, I'm sorry, man. They said, hey, Fanon, you haven't heard from me in a while. I've been sick with this high blood pressure. Here's a little support. Thank you, Patrick Bell, man. Get better, brother. I got that. I got that high blood pressure too, man. I take my medicine. It's under control. I'm getting on this bike every day. So, man, you're in my prayers, man. You're in my prayers, brother. You're in my prayers. Get better soon, man. You know what I mean? Get better soon. Might as well. He's no longer relevant. Man, let me tell you, I don't care. He is relevant. He got a championship. He's going to be fine, man. Jermall Charlo is going to be fine. Y'all were dogging Jermell Charlo for years, too. Jermell Charlo, he said, I don't follow channels. Aisha said, I don't follow channels that hate on Spence. I'm telling you, man, Spence's name is too big. You don't get away with it. I forgot my lecture. I was going to give yesterday to you bozos that don't know what you're talking about. The fan base lecture that I gave one certain dum-dum years ago. About 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, I did a video. It was called Boxing Demographics for Dummies, where I explained who the major boxing demographics are in the United States. Said, blood pressure, keep blood thinner in your system as well. They don't tell us about the key element of heart health, keeping your blood thinner. I don't see whether your first comment was, Oxteal. Oh, there it is. Oh, you've been hiding from that smoke. So look, man, here's the thing. There are really two big boxing fan bases in boxing in the United States, which is what we're talking about primarily. And one of them, everybody acknowledges. The other one, everybody want to act like doesn't exist. Let me repeat. There are two major boxing fan bases in the United States. One, everybody acknowledges, and the other, everybody wants to act like they don't exist. The one that everybody acknowledges is the Mexican fan base. Huge boxing fan base. Mexican boxing fan base. Now, notice that I am separating those from Puerto Rican fan base, Dominican fan base, Argentine, any type of South American. I'm separating them from all of that. I'm saying Mexican is a major fan base, and then there is Black American fan base. Those are the two big fan bases in boxing, period. When you talk about bringing over casual fans, you're talking about the European American fan. That's the casuals that they're trying to bring in. The ones that are over there with the UFC. Also, there are casual Mexican fans and there are casual Black fans. But as we talk about, boxing talk, the Black fan base is the number one that speaks English. Because we are primarily and almost exclusively in the United States, English speaking. Which is why you can't duck this smoke on YouTube. That's why you can't duck the smoke on YouTube. You all want to act like the Black fan base does not exist. When you see it in your face all the times with the people that are buying PBC pay-per-views and the people that are supporting Gervonta Davis out in the East Coast. Now, what you'll also find is that Mexican fight fans are nowhere near as dumb and monolithic as you guys want to act like they are. They support all kind of fighters. Yes, they do. You will see in a fight, in Errol Spence Jr. fight in the United States, in Dallas, Texas, you will see more Mexicans than anybody. I've been there. Errol Spence Jr. sold 45,000 tickets in Dallas, Texas, and that audience, the majority of that were Mexican fans that came out, bought their tickets, and supported Errol Spence Jr. in that fight. Gervonta Davis, one of the arenas that he sold out is in LA, where the majority of the people that were in there were Mexican, which for all of Errol Spence Jr.'s fights in Texas have been majority Mexican. All of them. Everyone I've been to, and I've been to multiple. All of them. Because that's Texas. Because that's Texas. Why are you race baiting, Fanon? I'm not race baiting. I'm just telling you the facts. What you going to talk about if Terrence Crawford's over? More black fighters. The next black fighter up is the one. Whoa, because before that, they were doing Andre Ward. And before that, it was Floyd Mayweather. Or no, excuse me. Before that, it was Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Before that, it was Kovalev and Andre Ward. And before that, it was Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. And before that, it was Roy Jones Jr. And before that, it was Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. And before that, it was all the way back to Ali, clowns. All the way back to Ali. The problem is that the people with the PR are trying to convince you that American black boxing is not important, bro. Stop with the narratives. It's a fact. It's a fact. Okay? It's a fact. So y'all can you can tap shoe around all you want to tap shoe around. You talking about black fighters all the time too. All you doing is hating on them. I had to do that lecture because I forgot to do that I forgot to lay that lecture down yesterday because I want to troll y'all. Y'all talk about every person that says all y'all do is talk about Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. You are somebody that is talking about Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Just so you know. If you said it 15 times, bro, all you're doing is talking about Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. If you keep hating on Gervonta Davis, saying, oh, man, Gervonta Davis is this, he ain't fighting nobody, you are milking the cow. You're milking that Gervonta Davis cow, okay? But at the end of the day, you're not doing anything than you guys talking about Drake and talking about Kanye and talking about Milk Mees, whatever his name is. No disrespect, but I don't know. Same thing. Okay? Same thing. The block is hot. The block is hot. We have a big community in the United States of America, okay? And if you talk boxing with our community, you will do just fine. That is why you're so busy trying to pay YouTube channels to manipulate the heck out of them, okay? Ibrashlan said, my blood low. I've been in the hospital over a week. My blood pressure hasn't been over 55 in the bottom number. Oh, yeah, that's low blood pressure. That's the opposite, bro. I just thought I would tell y'all that. I just thought I would tell y'all that. The only thing is you're adding into it that you trolling that you trolling black channels. So not only you milking the fighters, you're milking the channels. So stop being hypocrites, okay? Stop being hypocrites because you flat out hypocrites. Anyway, so that lecture's over. I had to get that in before I forgot about it. Tony T said, Bernie just went scorched earth on Brian Norman Sr., said not only would EJ beat Bud, but he'd stop him. Oh, hey, dude, of course he's going to go scorch earth on that. I don't want to hear that now. It's a personal attack if you believe that, bro. First of all, the evidence kind of points to Errol knocking him out, bro. The evidence points that way. All things that we can verify points to Terrence don't want that smoke. All the evidence points that way. Because he ducked the fight. What's going on, Rise, in the building? He ducked the smoke. Once you duck that smoke, dude, what are people supposed to think? You didn't fight him. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? What are they supposed to think? What they supposed to think? Like, what other logical conclusion can you draw? Seeing as all that the people that were selling all that reason why, dog, no joke, they got ran through for all of that. So since all of that stuff has no credibility anymore, falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus, you have to take all that stuff and you just have to be left with Terrence Crawford said he doesn't want the fight. He said it's never going to happen. Nah, man, I'm past that. That's what he said. Nah, man, never. Nah, man, never. It's not going to happen. I'm past that. Some of the things just don't happen. Some of these big fights just don't take place. All right, you didn't want the fight, so I think you must have thought you were going to lose. You clearly don't think he's no David Avenetian. You clearly don't think he's no David Avenetian. You clearly don't think he's an Amir Khan type of situation. He said, keep dreaming. You're going to have to dream, Joshua Riley. You're going to have to dream. That's the only thing you're going to be able to do is dream about Terrence Crawford fighting Errol Spence. You're just going to have to dream because he's not going to do it. Come on, man. What else are you supposed to think? What else are you going to think? Hey, Crawford scared. Nothing will ever change my mind on that. Look, man, I can't say whether he has no reason to be scared because nobody can force him to fight. Much love, Mike Kirkland, in that super chat, bro. Look, man. Now that all of that stuff is highly suspect, okay, all of that circus show that circus show that they launched to make an excuse for him not fighting Errol Spence. Now that that's all over and blown by the wayside, because really, like I said, false in one is false in all. I'm not going to believe anything you say once I catch y'all just lying for no good reason. And saying, you say I'm lying, but you can't prove it. Once somebody says you can't prove I'm lying, you say I'm lying, but you can't prove it. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Can you prove it to me that you're telling the truth? No. You know what I'm saying? So, like, nah, man, that dude just didn't want that fight. So if somebody says that they don't think, he said, Ray, the circus is transparent. Fanon features duck. Oh, duck features duck. I mean, it is at this point, which is the big shame about, the clown, about homie the clown. Bro, that shit was, man, I'm telling you, man, I cleared some air out there, bro. That cleared some air out. And hopefully boxing can be better because of it. Because, man, y'all been putting a lot of nonsense out there, man. A lot of nonsense. So much nonsense that everybody's getting accused of putting out nonsense. Hey, Zenith 360 in the building. He said it's PR like Edward Torres trolling black channels, calling Charlo a clean fighter, a weight bully who never missed weight, while defending Canelo and Benavidez, who used clenbuterol and crack to make weight. Oh, I never even thought about the cocaine thing for weight. Dang, I just got demonetized. But much love in that super chat zone, Zenith 360. I didn't realize that. I didn't even think about that. Will that help? Yeah, that does help with weight loss, man. Yeah, it is funny, man, but you know what it is. They'll get on Charlo. Charlo's the bad guy, bro. Charles is a bad guy, but I like Edwin Torres. He's just, a fan. It's a reasonable fan, man. He's not somebody out there. I don't think he's out there too bad. You know what I mean? He ain't out there too bad. I'm with Bud. I'm with Spence. Hey, man, look. No, Edward Torres. Ain't no, Nate, don't worry about that, bro. Don't worry about that. No, he's talking about PR like trolling. He didn't call you the race. He didn't say you're race baiting, bro. Bringing up the concept is not race baiting. I'm not trying to convince you anything because you're black. This is when you're race baiting is this. You should think this way because you're black. I'm not trying to tell you how to think, but I'm not going to lie and sit here and say no, that there is no such thing as race and there is no demographic. There is no commonality in the boxing amongst boxing fans that are, hey, Orlando talking about the race narrative. Bro, let me tell you something. That is I guess slavery was a race narrative too, isn't it? Is that a race narrative too? Like, yeah. Why are you bringing up that racial narrative that, all those slaves were black? That's a racial narrative. Yes, it is a racial narrative, I guess, but it's also dead center true. Okay? It's also true. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is, but it's also true. So there's that. You know what I mean? Look, man, all of them ones were. Orlando, man, let's drop the subject, bro. Politely. Let's drop the subject. Because it's hard for me to differentiate the trolling. Okay? Okay, I don't want to get into indentured servitude versus this, that, and the other, versus chattel slavery and all of that. I don't want to do it. Okay? There's a whole lot of people that have been screwed over. All right? So, but I don't want to do that whole splitting hairs type of thing, type of conversation. You know what I mean? That man, Edward Torres, said, I'm Southside Chicago. Yes, sir. Zenith is the man, though. I don't know, man. I don't know about any of that, man. I don't know nothing about that. All I'm saying is, look, man, we can all agree Bud is a duck. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to go into the history lessons, bro. Like, because, yeah, of course, there's, indentured servitude, and there's like the penal codes, and there's, feudalism, and there's, ants, you know what I'm saying? Ants enslaving people. It's all kind of, all kind of that. But you get my drift, bro. It may be a narrative, but god dog, it may be, but I don't mean it ain't true. I'm sick of the narrative. I'm sick of the narrative cliche. You know what I mean? Just because somebody narrates it don't mean it's true. Bud ducked. And it is definitely my narrative. Let me narrate this story. There was a boy named Bud. And Bud was a very, very good fighter. He won a lot of belts, and then one day he ran into a guy named Errol Spence. And Errol Spence, when he looked at him in his face and he tried to intimidate him, didn't blink. And at that point in time, Errol Spence Jr. went on about his business, won a bunch of more belts, and got into a situation where Bud had no choice but to fight him. Or so boxing world thought. But Bud said, no, thank you. I'm going to fight somebody else because I don't need you. I'm never going to do it. I'm going to go fight David Avasnesian. And he beats David Avasnesian with some faulty gloves that a lot of people think he should have been disqualified for having on his hands. After that, he ghosts BLK Prime that paid him an amount of money that people said paid him a lot of money but never did, because that's stupid. But anyway, if he did pay him that amount of money, it was really stupid, because now he's moving on to go fight with a chronic, how shall I say, cuckold named Oscar De La Hoya to fight Alexis Rocha and Virgil Ortiz. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, bro. All that says duck to me. Big love in that super chats, bro. He said, morning, y'all. Good morning, all. My bro, Mike Kirkland, please stop trying to trash my brother Zenith 360. You know what it is. Much love in that super chat, John Boy. Huge supporter, bro. John Bowie in the building. Say for John Bowie. I mean, Mike Kirkland in the building said for John Bowie. Thank you, brother. Jonathan Allen said, do you think Max Kellerman knows boxing? Yes, I do. Absolutely, I think Max Kellerman knows boxing. For sure. That's why I don't like Max Kellerman. Because I know Max Kellerman knows better. But Max Kellerman is also going to say whatever Max Kellerman needs to say. But Max Kellerman is also full of crap. Eddie Hearn knows boxing. He's also full of crap. You can know boxing and be full of crap. Rick Glazier knows boxing. He is monumentally full of it. I have no doubt that Rick Glazier knows boxing. No doubt about it. But they're not going to explain it to you. They think that they're smarter than you and they can trick you and they can fool you. So they're going to do that. You know what I mean? They know all of the names of the fighters. They know what weight classes they fight in. They know the difference between a right hand, a southpaw, and an orthodox. They know the difference between a boxer puncher, and a brawler. You know what I mean? They know the difference between out of range, edge of range, long range, mid range, close range, and a hold. They know all of those things. They can tell you who the champions are. They can do all of that. That doesn't mean they're going to tell you the truth and what they really believe, right? Just like these YouTube channels. They don't believe what they're saying. They're just trying to win an argument. That's it. Lee Ho Singh said, God, dog, that's what it is. Hey, look, man, because people want to keep saying that they don't know if he likes, he does. That's what he's doing. He wants to be submissive and disciplined and be told what to do. That's what that is. I'm not joking. You know what I'm saying? They know it, but they're just going to manipulate you with it. You know what I mean? That's why I have such an easy time on YouTube. I don't like liars. Don't like them. Do not like them. Okay? No. Yeah, I don't like people that try to manipulate and con me. I don't like it. I have a visceral reaction to it. Don't like it. However, when I hear other people doing it, it makes you easy money to me. You're easy money. You guys are quoting Rick Glazier. You have no credibility once you put that guy on your channel and act like, or you quote him, or you act like this man is doing anything other than saying things that are blatantly not true. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. So it's like you're done already. You're done. You just don't know you're done. You assume that these guys, these are the bad guys. But guess what? All of these guys are not the same. You thinking that I'm the same thing as everybody that supports Errol Spence Jr. is going to get you flipped over. No doubt. It's going to get you flipped over. If you think that I'm the same thing, because I agree with a person about one guy or two guys or even three guys, and those people are involved in games, that you think that I'm involved in the game is going to get you flipped over like it did. Because I'll tell you what the game is, bro. Hey, my man John Boy said, for all the supporters, thanks for holding the morning down. Patrick Bell, I'll be praying for you. Yes, sir, man. Much love in that super chat, bro. John Boy been sick for the last couple of weeks, man. I hope you're getting better, man. And respect and love to John Boy all day, bro. John Boy's a man, bro. The reason casuals believe Max is because he's knowledgeable. Yeah, he is knowledgeable. But they also want to believe him. It's not just that they believe him because he's knowledgeable. You want to believe him. You believe people because you want to believe them. Or you don't. Some people don't believe you because they don't want to believe you. I'm telling you, man, a lot of this stuff, a lot of the support that people get on YouTube, on Twitter, in the media, is because people want to believe them. That's the number one way a con man gets over on you. It's you want to believe the lie. You need the lie. You want somebody to tell you, look, man, what you think is right. So that is what confirmation bias is, where you want to believe something is true about somebody or true, and somebody then will tell you that so that you support them. But guess what? It works every different way. It works every different way. Kamal Oz, Lady B, The Rise, Jeff's, all the Jeffs, and upper echelon in the building. Much love in that super chat, John Boy. Thank you for that support. And John Boy back at it says Sean Clark, Brock Howard, Slick, Big Keith, Keys, and Stone Alone, man. Much love. I mean, that's what I see. I see a lot of people that want to believe something. They want to believe it. John Boy said, Joshua, Orlando, Pearson, David Williams. Sorry if I missed anyone, brother. You are getting everybody. And shout out to everybody else. Much love in that super chat to my guy, John Boy. Big time supporter, bro. Look, man, I'm going to give you a perfect example of it. If the only thing that you know is that Terrence Crawford said he accepted everything, and then he turned down the fight, for you to believe that it is Errol Spence Jr. that ducked, you got to have somebody fill in the blanks for you. You got to have somebody fill in the blanks for you. And that's where public relation comes in. Where you fill in the blanks. Well, why would that be? Well, think about it. It's Al Heyman. Al Heyman really didn't want it, man. Jose Ramirez, get out of my life. I don't care if you like it or not. I've never lied on Terrence Crawford. Not once. I may have been wrong about him, like when I said I thought he was going to fight Errol Spence, but that's not a lie. Ask Fahim Sator. It's the only time he's been right when he disagreed with me. I wasn't lying on him when I said that he wasn't going to fight, that he was going to fight Errol Spence Jr. I was just wrong. He didn't, and he won't. And I don't believe it. Especially since he's not, ever since he said, hey man, spin the block, I'll be ready. And then I see him over there in the offices talking about fights with Oscar De La Hoya. What happened to spin the block? I'm waiting. No, it's spin the block. I'm ready to negotiate. And just like he's over there negotiating with Oscar De La Hoya for Rocha, and whatever his face, and I'm sorry, Virgil Ortiz. Right? What's going on, Eric Gomes? How you feeling, brother? Right? And again, much love to everybody that's supported on Super Chat Thursdays. And thank you to everybody that supported in the Super Chat. And everybody hit the like button, man. Everybody hit that like button and is supporting the channel. It is really, really, thank you so much for continuing to let these people see, that we talk good boxing over here, man. Phil Sloan in the building. What's going on, bro? I say great morning, boxing family. What's going on, Phil? I hope you're doing well too, man. And Barb and Deborah Booker. If you don't mind, let me go on both you and Deborah Booker at the same time. You know what I mean? It's just what it is, man. Bud wants a promoter to help with the Spence negotiations. I thought he said he was his own boss. He doesn't need a promoter. Why? But okay. But see, there you go. Incel. That's what I'm telling you. I think you're filling in the blanks. You say, okay, well, why would he do that? Well, I know Bud's not going to duck. So let me come up with a reason for why he does what he does. I know he's not going. I know he didn't fight, and it looks bad. But so why would he be doing it? If Errol Spence Jr. spins the block, right? Just assume that Errol says, okay, I'm going to start talking to you right now about Terrence Crawford and me about fighting. I'm going to start negotiating a fight with Errol Spence right now. You know for sure that this man is in another negotiation to fight Alexis Rocha with Oscar De La Hoya. You're just going to be spinning back and you already know he's negotiating with somebody else. The only difference is this time he didn't hide it. Like they hid it with BLK Prime. Am I lying? Somebody tell me I'm lying. I don't think I'm lying. I think I'm telling the truth. Kay, I'm headed to the doctors. Hey man, you take care, brother. Talk to you later. Oh, you always. Oh, prayers. Oh, prayers up for you always. Phil Sloan. Yes, sir, brother. Thank you for that support, man. Let me not skip. Let me not do you wrong on that, brother. Kamala said, Bernie. I like Bernie, man. I know he don't like me, but I like Bernie. I know he's doing a job. I respect that dude. He said that the PBC should have made Spence Crawford go ahead. Should have made Spence Crawford go head-to-head with Canelo versus Bum Lufkin 3 last September. Not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Just saying. Dude, there's a lot of people that said that they were going to do that, man. I was like, really? This fight is going to take place in September? Are you sure you're not just trying to one-up somebody? You sure you're not just trying to one-up somebody, bro? I'm about to absolutely blow up this stupidity that you just said, Tracy Jr. I respectfully don't like your approach, bro. You continue to sit down and minimize Bud's capacity to fight Errol. I have never minimized his capacity to fight Errol. I doubt his willingness. There is a difference between capacity and willingness. I don't doubt his capacity. He has the capacity to fight him. He can get in the ring. He knows how to put gloves on. He's a world-class fighter with a lot of championship experience. He is highly qualified to fight Errol Spence Jr. I've never minimized his capacity to fight Errol Spence, ever. In fact, I said I think it's about a 50-50 fight. I just edge it to Errol because I like Errol's aggressive style, which unfortunately we've not been able to talk about in months because of all the contract stupidity running around that isn't believable, false on its face, easily dissectable, and nothing but a smoke and mirror show to justify the ducking that the man did. You are totally and completely unfair. No, you think that. That's your opinion. I hope you throw away the bias. I'm going to throw away the bias right now. Get out of my face. You're biased. There you go. I'm going to throw away the bias by throwing you out. Because you're saying something I never said. I've never minimized his capacity to fight him. I doubt his willingness because, objectively speaking, the man turned the fight down and he said he never wanted it. Excuse me. He said it's never going to happen. He turned down the fight. Where is the bias in me believing he doesn't want the fight? You literally got to jump through all kind of loopholes and flip all kind of other stuff around to think he does want the fight. Well, Bud really don't mean it. The man literally turned down the fight, literally said he never sees the fight happening, said he's past it, said even if he got 50-50, the fight may never happen. It's going to happen later down the road. Oh, I mean real soon. I don't need him. I'm already a Hall of Famer. I need to know, how am I supposed to interpret that without your inside sources telling you something else? Without the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain sliding you secret information that nobody else gets to see. How am I supposed to? I'm sorry, brother. I just think that you're being biased. And I think that you are believing anything. You are coming up with a copy-kameme story that is unbelievable. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm not going to get off of it so you can spin the block. Because you better believe it. If I didn't say this, if people did not stay on this subject, y'all would have spun the block. Oh, they gone. That's when you spin the block. You spin the block making sure they ain't there. Oh, well, I'm gonna spin the block again. They still here talking about this. We can't resell this yet. Oops, we can't resell it yet. Oops, we can't change it yet. They still remember. Time isn't yet. Wait for the subject to die for a month. Y'all gonna jump out here with more stuff. You know what I mean? No, that's why I stayed on the subject, because I was like, I already know what you about to do. He said, for now, which blocks are we spinning? We spinning this block. We spinning you about to call Errol Spencer Jr. a duck by put out a bunch of fake news. I hate using that word. Not fake news, because it's news. It's just fake. It ain't real, but they really said it. It ain't real, but they really said it. You know? Y'all wild, bro. Y'all wild as they get, man. Y'all wild as they get. Love y'all to death, bro. Y'all wild, man. Hey, let's spin that block. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't real, but they really said it. Like that's what I'm talking about. Because you know dang well they want to do it. You know dang well, we're going to control this narrative. Hey, by the way, y'all, thank you for allowing me to block the narrative. Can we get an applause in here for being able to block narratives? I'm going to tell you, I can block a narrative. And I'm going to block a narrative. Errol Spence Jr. did not duck that man. The reason that fight did not take place is because Terrence Crawford turned it down and took another fight. That's why the fight didn't happen. All that other stuff, well, let's blame somebody let's just blame boxing. Thank you, Liz. Thank you so deep. Let's just blame boxing. Let's blame who's boxing. We don't know. It's just people out there. It's just people out there, somewhere out there in space. We're going to blame somebody in space. No, man. Look what we know for sure. Terrence Crawford said he accepted a deal from Errol. And then he turned the deal that he said he accepted down, said no to the fight, and then went and fought David Avanesyan. Period. But you want to blame Al Heyman that y'all ain't never talked to ever. It's Al Heyman. I would invite Errol. I would invite Al Heyman. Watch this. I invite Terrence Crawford onto my channel right now to defend himself from allegations, from these malicious allegations. If he does not come on my channel right now, my previously recorded channel right now, too, by the way. If he does not come to my channel right now, you know I'm right. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Man, y'all wild, bro. Hey, the fight didn't happen because Bud is a boss and Spence is a boy who can't move without Heyman's permission. Because Al Heyman told him that he couldn't have the fight, bro. Like, man, y'all think some of y'all are dumb, though. But here's the thing. You are just telling people what they want to hear. Man, I like Bernie. I ain't gonna lie, I like Bernie. Dude, Bernie has been on. I've been asked Bernie to come on my channel. Bernie ain't coming on my channel. And at this point in time, I don't want Bernie on my channel. I ain't gonna ask you but 5 times, bro. Okay? If I ask, I'm not gonna do no videos saying that you won't come on. I'm not gonna do none of that, bro. If you're not gonna come on, I asked. Okay? I'm not asking no more, bro. Confirmation bias episode. Change the title. Ha ha ha. Dude, look, first of all, dummy. Confirmation bias. Look, let me tell you something, man. What is this? I gotta find what this fallacy is. You can look it up because I don't know the name. But I know it's one. I think it's this one. Nah, that's not it. I'll find it eventually. I think it may be Achman's. Oh, there you go. The Achman's razor fallacy. The simple solution is not always the correct one. I think that's what it is. But anyway, I'll find it. However, let me tell you the problem with that confirmation bias stuff. You can't read my mind. And just because I confirm something doesn't mean I'm biased. Who is worse, Bernie or Whitlock? Oh, Jason Whitlock. Easy. It's Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock is terrible. Hey, I'm heading. Okay, I got that. John Boy said, Bud fans will catch their girl cheating on them and they'll be like, it's her fault. If the heirs, it's the heirs' fault. Idiots. Yeah, pretty much, bro. They are pretty much stuck on stupid. And my man John Boy said, chill, Bill, be easy. Yeah, but basically, look, man, if I give you a false diagnosis, that's what I'm looking for. False diagnosis. A false diagnosis foul. It's got to be that. Let me see. Oh, false equivalencies. False equivalencies. False equivalencies would generalize, exaggerate similarities, and ignore important differences can be used to equate a wide range of things, including individuals, groups, actions, arguments, either implicitly or explicitly. According to false equivalencies, accordingly, false equivalencies are frequently used in debates on various topics, especially when it comes to suggesting that there is moral equivalency between two or more things that are being equated. So, for example, it's a false equivalency. So you're saying that because somebody says, because I agree with somebody, and because confirmation bias is the case when you agree with somebody, that agreeing with somebody consistently means that you have a confirmation bias. It's a fallacy of false equivalency. Just because I agree with the fact that Errol Spence Jr. did not duck Terrence Crawford, and then somebody tells me something that points to the fact that Errol Spence Jr. didn't duck Terrence Crawford, that I have confirmation bias because I agree with them, right? But you're equivalenting my belief in something that confirms my belief with me having a confirmation bias. That's a fallacy of false equivalency. It's a fallacy of false equivalency. Like, you can see the fallaciousness of the statement, but you have to figure, like, I have to figure out exactly which. You say, yeah, the national average is solid for non. I'm not sure. Let me do these couple things, but I want to explain that again, because people keep talking to me about confirmation bias. The fact that I say Errol Spence Jr. did not duck Terrence Crawford, and then somebody tells me that Terrence Crawford rejected the Errol Spence Jr. fight because of Errol Spence Jr. offered him a fair deal, right? I say Errol Spence Jr. did not duck Terrence Crawford, and then somebody gives me evidence, like Steven Espinoza says, we made him a very fair offer. If I believe what Steven Espinoza is saying, and it happens to confirm my previous belief, that does not mean that I have a confirmation bias, just because confirmation bias is defined as me believing something that supports my previous belief. Because you cannot tell me, you don't know that those two things are true. I can believe something that confirms something that I said before and not have a bias. It's not necessarily true that in every case that is a confirmation bias, but you are doing a false equivalency because you don't know the facts and you don't know what's inside my mind. It is a fallacy of false equivalency. So when somebody says that and tries to draw that confusion, they're conning you. It is another slick con man. It's another slick con man move. I just need to actually sometimes to sit down and think, okay, I know that this can be these two things can be true at the same time. I can truly not have a bias towards Errol Spence Jr. and think that Terrence Crawford ducked him and believe somebody when they give me evidence that supports my belief without me having a bias, right? So, like, I could very well think that my daughter is intelligence, then she gets a perfect score on the ACT. And I say, oh, well, I thought that my daughter was smart. She got a perfect score on the ACT. Is that confirmation bias? Am I only believing that she's intelligent because she got a perfect score? Or could I just believe that she had a perfect score, that she's intelligent because she had a perfect score in and of itself? It's hogwash. It's hogwash, sir. It's hogwash. Confirmation bias and claiming that you know someone has it because they disagree with you is using a logical fallacy to trick other people, because your assertion does not follow logically. Plenty of people can believe something and have it confirmed by facts without there being any bias whatsoever. Dre Thomas said, no hate. I hope young boy knocks AB out. Wow, that sounds like a lot. That sounds like a little hate. Much love in that super chat. Thank you for that support. Thomas Sawyer says Spence cleaned up his side of the street, then went after Bud. Bud was negotiating in bad faith. He doesn't want to lace up against the truth. No, he does not, Tom Sawyer. I don't believe. He obviously doesn't want it because he said he doesn't. And thank you for allowing me to practice that one. Thank you for allowing me to practice that one. Because that was me practicing that one and thinking my way through that. I very, very well can believe something and get information that supports it without me being biased. I could think that Michael Jordan is a very good basketball player, and then he scores 90 points in a game. That confirmed my belief. Doesn't it? If somebody scores 95 points in a professional basketball game, I would think that would confirm my belief that they're a good boxer, that they're a very good basketball player, wouldn't it? Could you Does that mean that I have a confirmation bias? That the reason I believe that is because I would tend to believe things that support what I'm saying? Anyway, man, I just wanted to go through that, bro. It's a waste of time, kind of. But, you know, Justice, man, y'all just keep coming by with this stupid, oh, you have confirmation bias. Oh, man, that's confirmation bias. No, I don't think so. I think that I'm thinking that I believe it based on that evidence. That's what I think, and it just so happens that it confirms. But guess what? I will not reject information if it contradicts my belief. Like when I thought Terrence Crawford was going to take that fight. The evidence contradicted my beliefs. Fanon, tell him to spell it. Yeah, exactly. That information contradicted my belief, and I had to change my mind. The real question is, when you're presented with evidence that is stone cold contrary to your belief, will it affect what you believe? If you believe your child is an NBA quality basketball player, but they're 5'2" and can't make a layup, are you going to continue to believe when somebody tells you something that's absolutely ridiculous? Like, oh yeah, you're saying your son can do it. Your son can do it. He's 5'2" and can't dribble. But yes, man, give me $50,000 and I will be your NBA agent. If you did that, I would think it would be a little bit of confirmation bias. Like you're gonna get suckered, like as a tool to sucker you. What's going on? Crunk Juice in the building says, "Sup, Fanon? I'm chilling, brother." He said, there have been many non-disclosure agreements between Bud and EJ was negotiating. There may have been a non-disclosure agreement when Bud and EJ were negotiating. Would that still be in effect? And why wouldn't EJ just oppose the facts that he let Bud and his team run with these crazy narratives? Well, first and foremost, it may not be worth their time because of what kind of damages are they going to get for it. And also, it's very hard to prove that they actually did it. And more than likely, it's going to cost money to litigate it. So you're going to have to hire an attorney. You're going to have to go through all kind of time in court. You may wind up lose your money all over some information, over some milk that's already spilled. Right? Also, suing them for the use of a non-disclosure agreement may be you verifying that what they said is true. So, there's all kind of different reasons, but mainly, I don't see what they would get out of it. They probably just be like, oh, it's in the press, whatever. Just keep it moving. You know what I mean? Just keep it moving. It's really not worth it. You know what I mean? And people couch what they say. And they say, oh, this is what I heard from somebody else. But I will tell you for sure that I don't believe a lot of this stuff is getting leaked because it was actually leaked. Because of the way that certain stuff is going down, I'm just gonna take it all and throw it away. I'm gonna ball it up and I'm gonna ball all of it in the trash and throw it away, and just say, look, man, Bud said he didn't want the fight. He doesn't see the fight happening. It'll never happen. He then turned the fight down and went and fought somebody else on a one-off fight on BLK Prime, and then he shifted to another network. You know what I mean? Cognitive dissonance is when somebody is presented with factual information about a previous belief that they had that wrecks their mind. Being misinformed sucks. Well, cognitive dissonance is when you cannot hold two opposing thoughts in your mind at the same time, so you come up with a justification for it. And I'm not a psychologist, okay? And that's something else. When you're not an expert on a subject and you start defining and applying, you start defining concepts that you're not an expert on, right? But my understanding of cognitive dissonance is this, and it's used in this way. If you believe that that your community never mistreats human beings, right? that you're angelic and you never can, right? That all, watch this. If you believe that all men are created equal, right? All men, human beings, men and women, whatever, are created equal. But you look at a person that is black and you think that they are less than you are because they're black. So you have this lofty concept of yourself in your head that all men are created equal. But you don't believe that they are created equal. How do you justify that? You have to say they're not men. You have to say that you either have to dump the idea that all men are created equal, which you don't want to do because that means you may not be equal. You have to change in your mind that those people are not men. They are a subclass. They are subhuman. They are abnormal. They're not normal. They're abnormal. They're not quite human. Right? That's why you get the concept of racism, where they put when you ascribe certain characteristics to all groups within this category. Like black people are lazy, they're stupid, they can't swim. Right? Why? Because that's not you. That's a scientific fact. They are not men. So they are not created equal. Or you say they are created equal in God's plan, but just different. You know, you just do all kind of stuff like that, bro. You know what I mean? You do all kind of stuff like that. Fanon, you need to get some of your Harvard psychologists to help these Bud fans. Hey, I don't know. I ain't got no Harvard psychologists. I'm going to tell you this. They don't believe it. Most of these, man, for real. Look, man, it's just PR at this point. Everybody know Bud Duck. It's PR at this point. Everybody knows Bud Duck. You know Bud Duck. I know Bud Duck. They know Bud Duck. Everybody knows Bud Duck. Bud Duck. Case has been closed. Like I said, though, but people are going to try to spin the block and switch it up. I'm serious. We went through this entire thing. We went through the whole thing, and it ended up with Bud walking away like he said he would do the entire time. But look, I got to get up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel on a consistent basis. Thank you for, even though we've been on here for just short of 3 hours, we still got 473 people in here tuning in. If y'all would not mind hitting that like biz button on y'all way out the Dizzo, it would be greatly appreciated. But make sure y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe, all that good stuff. You know how they say, you know what I mean? Humble yourself. Take a little less money. Fight Errol Spence. He is stud. Anyway, I got to get out of here. Doses. Oh, yeah, apologies. They know, bro. They know that man ducked. They know that man ducked, but they can't get out of it because they hung on to it so long just to be wrong. You know what I mean? You did it for so long just to be wrong. Bars. Got to get out of here. Deuces.